very good morning and welcome to Koikimedia live broadcast. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI and one of the media campaigner for the Yoruba Nation Self-Determination under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye. I once again welcome you to this special broadcast coming from London on the very important day, also as the Americans are waking up this morning and also celebrating their Independence Day. As we go into the conversation, we will be discussing, what is independent and was Nigeria ever given an independence, and how do you achieve a proper full independence. So all that will be part of the discussion today. As you all know, the UK is going into a very, very important election after the 14 years of the Conservative. Within the next 48 hours, we will know who will be the next Prime Minister at number 10 Downing Street, and I can assure you that Koikimedia will be right there at number 10 Downing Street tomorrow to give us all the update from there as well. Also, as we continue the quest for Yoruba Nation, as we continue to demand that our self-determination should be respected by the current administration, and likewise, as many of us knows that without a Yoruba Nation, there will never be peace in Nigeria. So if you're one of those that want peace, what you should be demanding for right now is a total, full independence of the Yoruba people away from Nigeria. Make sure you go out to vote. If you're in the United Kingdom, you have up to 10 p.m. Nobody's going to attack you. Nobody's going to kill you. Nobody's going to snatch the ballot box wherever you are voting across the United Kingdom. Make sure you go out there and do what is needed so that you can get in whoever you prefer to. I will be voting for Labour Party. I am not ashamed to say that. That is the party that I've supported for a very long time. And I am also one of those that is fed up of the shenanigans of the Conservative government in immigration, in the economy. And as I was out this morning, I met one of our grandmothers that said, look at what I have spent, over £60. Everything has gone up in UK. There's more poverty. All that will be part of the discussion. What you can do for me is to share the program. But what we're going to start with, as usual, I start with a very beautiful intro that says, Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Waiting we carry for her. I said, they never know waiting we carry for body. Kàṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, kàṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, kàjùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ káde tó dúdú àga, wọ́n dúdú ẹ̀kọ́ bá lè gbé wá. Ọmọ òdúdú wa ṣe kiri, ẹni dé fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀, ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé.
Our Labour Party. Labour lánàá tẹ̀ka fún láàárọ̀ yìí. Àwọn ọmọ Labour.
Àwa ni wọ́n lè fi òògùn káàkiri. Ìyàwó òdúdú wà ní wá. Koikimedia, àwa là ń tètò lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó ìgbà wọ̀nyí. Kásá.
lọ tẹ̀ka fún lébọ̀.
Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà
À
kájọ
ń lọ ṣe kí ni? À ń lọ tẹ̀ka fún lébọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí.
Ìwà màrí. À ń gbèrò lárugẹ, à ń gbàgbà lárugẹ. Ìwà màrí. News and sports, ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ìwà màrí. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi lórí kí n máa gé dandan. Lórí Koikimedia, ọ̀rọ̀ lágbàdì mọ̀ mi. Máa bá jẹ́ ẹ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà. À ń gbádùn rẹ, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi. Ṣé ìlọ máa fi dìbò ọ̀tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀? Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé mádé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀. Igbó máa wọ̀ lájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ. Àjòjì tó bá wọ bẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní bọ́ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ náwó kóyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́kun pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia sáwà ní bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àdàsọ, àtúnpèrè gidi. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àwa là ń gbèsò lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́ o. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àbújá rẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilẹ̀ wa, rẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ọmọ Olúwa ni wá o, lọ́kàn. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Egun tó ṣe bí lédè òsì, àdìmú bàbá yọ. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. We bring you one closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àtẹ̀fẹ́ tó fẹ́ òun tó kàn yòókù lára ní. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àpèrè dédé Olódùmarè ló fún wa sí. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àwọn ọmọdé bọ̀. Gbogbo ayé ẹ̀ gbọ́, àwa ni bàbá o. Koikimedia,
À ń lọ tẹ̀ka. À ń lọ tẹ̀ka láàárọ̀ yìí.
ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá.
À ń lọ tẹ̀ka. Wá tẹ̀ ẹ́ síbẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Má tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Conservative bàbá ẹ máa lọ àfẹ́yìmọ́. Àti sọ́jú tẹ̀ka. Àwọn ni bàbá. Lọ tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Wá tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Wá tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Tẹ̀ sísàlẹ̀. Eléyìí afagilé.
There is around to give us latest.
Àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ conservative bọ̀.
Ìtọ́ ṣe inú ayé wa ti tó. A máa lé wọn lọ.
Àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ consermọ́. A lé wọn lọ. Ẹ lé wọn. Ẹ lé wọn léré. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a very important day. Ọlọ́run èní wà very very unique. Extremely unique because we are celebrating the United States of America Independence Day. America. Ìlú ọba, ìlú tẹ́ pé tó bá lọ bímọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n náà máa fún ẹ níwèé. Tó bá bímọ sí Nàìjíríà, ìyá máa jẹ ṣégè sáwọn ọmọ yẹn lára. Kọ́nà kó ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ tó bí sàn. Bọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí, èmi ò tí lọ tẹ̀ka, bọ̀ mo lọ tẹ̀ka láìpẹ́, máa jáde láìpẹ́. Ìní kan wà pẹ̀lú Reform Party, Leave Dem, ní kan wà pẹ̀lú Conservative kọ́ kan sá. Lébọ̀ là ń lọ tẹ̀ka fún. Lọ́tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Lọ́tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ni ọkàn tó máa intimidate anybody. So let's start with this very very special day. Ẹ̀yin ta Amẹ́ríkà, ẹ̀yin lẹ lélẹ̀, gbogbo yín pátápátá, ẹ̀yin lẹ ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Èdè ìta kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ jù sí yín, ẹ̀yin Americans lẹ ní. We are giving it to you specially because ìfẹ́ tẹ ní síran yín, tẹ fi ń náwó, tẹ fi ń nọ́ra, tẹ fi ń sọ pé Koiki, àwa wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, à ń gbádùn l'Amẹ́ríkà. But we want the same thing for the Yoruba people. We want the same thing for our people. 4th of July. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Báwo l'Amẹ́ríkà ṣe defeat ara wọn kúrò lọ́wọ́ UK? Nígbà wo ló gba independent wọn? 4th of July. A very unique day. UK election ó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ṣe bìdìbìdì. àwọn èèyàn ti ń lọ síta lọ dìbò àìtí gbọ́ pé wọ́n pààyàn àìtí gbọ́ pé wọ́n jíyàn gbé Yorùbá nation no going back òun lọ́nà àbáyọ. How do we have a good politics? Or bí bàbá Akíntóyè ṣe sọ, how do we make sure that fẹ́ politics ìjẹgúrújẹrá tó yẹ para wọn nìkan lọ́mọ̀? All this is part of the discussion today, being a very important day. Yorùbá nation now, no going back. Ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ go back, you have the right láti sọ pé ò ṣe mọ́ wàá máa bá wa lọ́hùn lágbára Elédùmarè. No going back náà ni, no going back. Yorùbá nation, no going back. We are not going anywhere. Twitter, we are fully locked today. MixLR, Twitter space, everywhere we are completely on a full transmission. So let's first appreciate those in America and tell them we love them from part of this world. Báwo làwọn ṣe gba independence wọn? Ẹ máa bá mi sọ fún Ọlọ́run kó bá mi foríjì uncle mi tó fún mi ní this very beautiful, unique, White House with the soldiers and everything. He died last year. What a very sad situation that we all live sometimes. It was here in UK. He gave me a mug. He brought this for me. But I will not mention the name, but Ọlọ́run mọ̀ yín, k'Ọlọ́run bá mi foríjì yín, gbogbo àṣìṣe yín kó parẹ́, àti gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú tó jọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbé l'Amẹ́ríkà. Like our brother, the Fulani terrorist killed, Mr. Gbenga Owolabi from Maryland, that traveled back to Nigeria to set up a business that he was running. Unfortunately, the Fulani killed him, murdered him after collecting ransom. Just like Rachel Okpadele, a Yoruba woman that was also killed right inside, Ibadan, Ogbomoso rather. So let's first listen to, we've never done this before, and there's nothing new. If you know how to recite the United States national anthem, you can do so. Then after that, we will play the Yoruba anthem. Say you on any light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the furious light. All the ramps we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocks red glare the bombs bursting in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say ye does the stars spangled banner yet wave. Oh, he the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, the shore dimly seen through the mist of the deep, where the foe's hot host in the dread silent reposes. What is that which the rays hold the towering steep, as it fitfully blows, half concealed, half discloses? Now it catches the gleam of the morning feast beam. In a full glory reflect now shines in the stream. Till the star-spangled banner, oh long may it wave. O ye the land of the free and the home of the brave. O dost be ever when free man shall stand between their loved homes and the world's dissolution. peace may they heed in the rescued land. Praise the power that fought, made, and preserve us in nation. The conquer we must when our cause it is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. And the star-spangled banner in the trial shall wave. Oh, the land. American flag, so we will use this one. And the star-spangled, oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. That is the America you want to go to. But what about the Yoruba nation that we are calling for? Are you not thinking about what I'm thinking? That one day we will be proud singing our own national anthem. People will want to come and live with us. Come and collect our Yoruba nation passport. Come and be with us in a system that works, that we can prepare the future for ourselves and the far future that many people will enjoy. What do you think? That those that are enjoying America today, people fought during those periods for them to enjoy it. So if you know how to sing the Yoruba Nation anthem, this is the time to recite it.
Ìgbàgbọ́ wà ní pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọba ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ìkẹ̀kẹ́ ká máa lè bá tẹ̀síwájú. Ọ̀pọ̀ ilé àtòkùdára.
Ọmọ Odùduwà.
Ọmọ Odùduwà nìyẹ. Bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀.
Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀. You can see the beauty of that powerful Yoruba anthem that our governors have decided to endorse, but they are yet to endorse Yoruba Nation because they are still hoping they can rig more in the election. They can still ballot boxes. Good morning to you, my brother, all the way in Woolwich, and I'm sure that most of you that have cast your vote either through the postal voting. And if you have not done so, please make your way out until 10 p.m. local time in UK, where you should be casting your vote. Yes, I'm aware that as a Yoruba political party, you have the right to vote for whatever you prefer to vote for. And Mr. Oni is contesting as an MP in Peckham area. So if you're in that area, you have every right to decide if he is the right candidate for you to vote for. But for now, I will be putting my vote for Labour Party. Don't ask me why, because I am not interested in this guy called the Conservative Party. I am not here selling anything to you. I am saying me, OLAYOMI KOIKI, I will be voting for Labour Party today, the 4th of July, also being the Independence Day of the United States of America. We saw the shenanigans, how election was rigged in Nigeria last year. That is what they want us to feel, and that is how they want us to continue. And when we talk about Yoruba Nation to come out of the shithole country called Nigeria that the British amalgamated The British citizens are going out to vote today. Nobody will intimidate them. Nobody will ask them to vote with money being paid to them. You are going to vote for whoever you prefer as your choice candidate. With over 90 political parties in Nigeria, a criminal country that doesn't have respect for human rights, many Nigerians were not allowed to vote in 2023. Some could not even be bothered to vote. Well, I don't think they've filled anybody yet. It's only one party. I mean, they've only filled one person across the Yoruba party that I'm aware of, which is Mr. Oni. I might not have brought him to speak to you, but you have the right to vote him if you are in Peckham, as against whoever the other choices are. But right where I will be casting my vote, not Labour Party, gbada, ó guarantee, bẹ́ẹ̀ sàṣìyàn, kò ṣe bí tèmi, Labour la máa tẹ̀ fún. 14 years of the Conservative, we've had enough. So, the papers says, and I quote, key pledges of the party. Conservatives say they are going to cut 17 billion in tax cut. I don't believe them. I don't trust them. National service for the teens. Now lie. Half net migration. Ooh. Sex means biologically sex. The Labour said they will extra 40,000 NHS appointments in a week. Yeah. Charge VAT on private schools. Charge it, especially for the criminal Africans that are bringing their children from the stolen wealth for their students, for their children to come and school in a private school. You dey UK, you know if you go private school, charge them VAT. Egbe VAT le won lórí. Egbele lórí. Egbele lórí. Sonky, good morning. How are you doing? Just Reason say, I don't think there's any Yoruba party candidate in Enfield. Not I'm aware of. I believe they've only filled one person, which is Mr. Segun Oni in Peckham. Senyara Peckham, any choice to bring in a Yoruba man into the realms of the MP. There's not just one Yoruba person. I know about Kate in Edmonton. She's a Nigerian, though she's not Yoruba. But there's another man that is MP with the Conservative. Òun ló host the Ọọ̀ni of Ife níjọ́ tó wá sí UK some years back. Is a Conservative. We have Kemi Badenoch. She's an MP. But we don't want them back in power. That is the beauty of the politics in here in UK. Not the one tí mama sọ pé mo fẹ́ APC tẹ́ mama fi kúlé wa fẹ́rù country yẹn. We don't want that kind of shit hole country. We want a country where nobody will intimidate anybody. Moki grandma Awoniyi, wọ́n ní Labour làwọn náà máa tẹ̀ fún. Ẹ tẹ̀ síbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin grandma. And the beauty about this country is that sometimes we receive documents sent to us ahead of the election. I won't show you this. But it says okay, I can only show you this. It says important document. Important document. It's only in Nigeria they cannot send you your postal votes ahead or proxy. You can vote on behalf of somebody, but you will need your ID card. It is only Nigeria that doesn't have a postal service system that works for the system called shithole country called Nigeria. Nigeria ìlú tó ti bayé jẹ́. Criminal countries, criminal politicians. Tijani Mokie only long life for White Lion. Adeleke ni Labour níjọ́. Tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó bá ní tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀ ojú Labour. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwa ní right láti campaign fún wọn. Ọmọ Labour làwa. Wọ́n lè má ti ṣe dáadáa nígbà kan rí, but kò matter. Fẹ́ Conservative mọ́ 14 years. Ara ni wá. I've lived there for 24 years. Out of that 24 years, mo ti nọ́ọ̀sì Conservative. I will not tell you everything. Mo ní nígbà tí bá máa kọ̀wé mi oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ni máa kọ síbẹ̀. My life in UK. But for now, Yoruba nation la gbé dání. America independent. Hey, who, ha, ha, ha. Happy independent. Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà l'America. John Danny. Oh, hey, Biafra. Mo kẹ́yìn Biafra. Mo kẹ́wọn Edo. We want everybody to say no more Nigeria. Every 4 years in the last 25 years of election is fraud. fraud, capital fraud. They are Barawo Bansani from the north to the southeast to the middle belt to the southwest. Every one of the politicians, they are criminals. Go and vote. Vote for who? Vote for their father. It is time that we say no more to Nigeria. You will never get such system like this in your life should you remain in Nigeria. If you have a Biafra country, I can guarantee you that you will receive a letter like this that tells you that this is an important document. Important document. Your vote matter. Don't lose it. Your vote doesn't matter in Nigeria. It is who wants to be the president will be president. It's a criminal country. Nigeria is a crime scene. There is no more Nigeria. We want a Yoruba independent. We want Arewa independent. We want Biafra independent. Everybody must go to their different countries and work out their own political system. Labour níjọ tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀ Labour Party ibẹ̀ la máa tẹ̀ sí tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀. If you vote APC, it's not going to make any changes. They are all criminals from Saraki to Tinubu. Every one of them, they are bomb bastard criminals. They rigged the election. Tinubu knows that. Mo kí Ọlánìpẹ̀kun plenty. Ìyá mi mo dúpẹ́ ọlá Dorcas. Wọ́n ní well done Koiki, may his soul rest in peace. Bí ṣe máa fi picture Adogun àti Alhaji Fatai. We want Bola Tinubu to release the body of Adogun and Alhaji Fatai. F.A. Jenny, let's give them a proper burial. So, Boshimawa, for the month of July, I will not change that picture at the background just to remind you that 2 Yoruba important people were killed by Yemi Osinbajo and Buhari when they were in power after the invasion of Oloye Igboho's house on the 1st of July 2021. Triple DRSA, not the one that will be harassing electorate when you go and vote. I remember I was almost lynched, not to death, but almost lynched in Abeokuta during the governorship election. And you Lusholori Buruku, bomb bastard. You want election that you can rig and manipulate people's life. We are not interested in that kind of shit-hole country. We are interested in a system that works where you can vote and nobody will intimidate you. Yes, you still have the right to vote conservative. I am not intimidating you. I am just saying that I am voting Labour. Moki Adeniyi Adejubril. Egbawole share button lẹ́lọ́pàá àwọn èèyàn wọlé. Mr. Stephen Idowu Mokiyin, Prince Adebayo Shitu. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ máa dìbò every 4 years. Pẹ̀sẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ lọ dìbò Tinubu. Tinubu ò lè rí kankan ṣe. It's a crime scene. Ibrahim Sanusi ni. Long live Oduduwa people. You can call it Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba Kingdom, Yoruba Nation. But what matters is let's get out of the shit-hole country to start with. Nigeria will remain a crime scene until everybody demand their right to exit that weary country that the British created. And the British system is working for the British citizen, when they can go to Tenerife, they can go to Italy, they can travel around the world without anybody intimidating them during the election. But we will tell you that go and vote when they know that people will be intimidated at the election ballot poll. Money being spent, the money that should be used for security vote are being kept right now to be used for election in 2027 by all these bomb bastard Yoruba politicians like Bode George and the rest of them, Oshoba, Benga Daniel, and the Yayi and the senator. They are all criminals. Every single one of them. And the woman in them and the rest of them as well that are planning to go into election. Which election? Criminals all over the place. So this morning, I will be giving you a particular video that I'm working to try and bring to you right now in a minute. I want everybody to listen to it, so I have to bring it. Remember Senator Mantu. Senator Mantu say, we bribe, we do some bribing, we give money there to favor. Ever, until you pull out of Nigeria, you will never get a letter like this that tell you is an important document. It doesn't have to be a US visa. The only thing you think is a US visa, important document. No. There are so many important documents that we receive in this country. And talk about funny British passport. Oh man, jubilating it. We are live all over the place this morning. Mombo, Moki Bugbe Yenyowa is a good program to start with. It's an energy program. Don't be intimidated. Nigeria has intimidated every Nigerian during the last election that have been operating in that madness country, where everybody controls their own territory. We don't like the Igbos. So we don't want them to vote in Lagos. Then break up Nigeria so that the Igbos can go back to their Biafra and vote in that system there. And if they're going to vote in our system, they will respect our constitution. You don't want that. I was tagged with a video this morning. I'm not going to play because those kind of stupid videos where those comes in, Yoruba people are the most, we don't love you, you don't love us. Let everybody go their separate ways. We don't love you, you don't love us. Let's go our separate ways. Election in Nigeria is a fraud. Biggest fraud. Peter just said, I cast my vote a week by post before the election because it will be busy today. Thank you so much. That is the way it is done in the United Kingdom. It will never be done in Nigeria. You will never experience a peaceful election in Nigeria. It will never be peaceful. Most of you will even die trying to go and vote. Because those Agberu, those thugs that Tinubu are using, and the one that Wike is using, and the one that they are using in every state with every governor, they all have thugs that works for them that wants to kill you during election. Those thugs, some of them are repentant now. They are living abroad. They call me, they say, Koiki, what do I know? La junior money. But when we bomb, you ought to apologize for intimidating people that should not ever have been intimidated because you are not voting for the right choice of their candidates. Criminals all over the place. We are not interested in Nigeria. Mokia Akim Oluwadamilare. Only God bless Baba Adebanji. Monitaba think come and come together and in space. Whenever you are addressing Baba, Professor Adebanji, don't omit the Ade. Put Adebanji Akintoye. He is the leader, the true leader that wants a politics that will work for Yoruba people. Tinubu doesn't want politics that work for us. He wants politics of Jekuru Jera. This is the man that wants the true politics for us. The politics that will serve the people. That the people will be the voice. Not the one that your voice will be intimidated. Nigeria only shorire. Any one of them that says that we should keep Nigeria, those bastard politicians. Only drop it dear. And I love my wives and my mother. Mo kí àwọn ọmọ Oòduà, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọwa tó wà káàkiri ní gbogbo abroad, that nobody will intimidate them this morning. 18 years old, they are going to do their first voting. Nobody would dare intimidate them at the polling station, or the polling unit rather. Every polling unit in Nigeria is corrupt by money that have been stolen in the first place. And they are telling you go and vote. Which voting? I'm going to bring it to you in a minute. Senator Mantu. Criminals all over the place. Election fraud. Election fraud is one of the best things that they love in Nigeria. That is why they're telling you, we will vote every year. Don't listen to Koiki, because they want to manipulate you during election. Today is an election in UK. Let us ask the UK government, why did they rig the first ever election in Nigeria in 1959? Why did the British government rig the election to favor the Northerners? Why did they put more to the North as censor as against the South and the Southeast? Criminals. Yes, you are right. The world is a corrupt place, but I'm not interested in the world itself. I am more interested to tell our people, you are quite right, I will not dispute that the world is a corrupt place, but let us get our Yoruba nation. If we are corrupt in there, we know. UK is a corrupt country as well. Hey, I want to know triple DRS, but their own corruption is on a different level. Money stolen from Africa end up here. Maybe you don't know. Shout out to all the Biafrans that are listening. I am not talking about the ones that will attack Yoruba people. If you attack us, we will attack you back. We don't like you, you don't like us. Go your separate ways, we all go our separate ways. But for those that are campaigning under the leadership of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister government in exile, that says that Biafra must be declared. If not, they will pull down Nigeria. Say that they play. Maybe you don't know what is called guerrilla warfare. It is coming. So Tinubu, come back here. Tinubu Jagaban. Moria easy. Èyàn ti Koikimedia. Ó di media gbogbo media. Mo ti play anthem yín, ma tún play ká tó tún parí ètò. Mo ti fún anthem yẹn tí mo gbé. Àjọ ń ṣe independence ni. Àjọ ń ṣe independence America ni. A day will happen in our life, in the history of Yoruba people, we will celebrate that independence. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé kò ní wá láyé yín, ẹ̀yin máa lọ dúró dè wá lọ́run ni. Àwọn ò lọ anywhere. I am 40 plus. When Baba Awolowo was fighting for independence, they were not even up to my age. So stop telling us that Yoruba nation will never come true until we all become very old. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Benin Republic. Ìgbòho àwọn èèyàn sọ pé wọ́n bá ń kí Ìgbòho irúmọlẹ̀ ó ní òun ò fẹ́ ru politics tí kò favour gbogbo èèyàn òun ní right nígbà táwọn ṣe politics ẹni ó ṣe politics yes he has the right but ó wá rí i pé àwọn táwọn jọ ń ṣe politics yìí kò favour mẹ̀kúnnù òmùgọ̀lẹ̀ yìí dẹ̀ ń sọ pé Ìgbòho ṣe politics ó ṣe politics yes kò sí kankan tó wrong níbẹ̀ ó wá rí i pé no politics lélẹ́yìí politics jẹgúrújẹrá lélẹ́yìí ó wá pull back ó wá dúró ti àwa mẹ̀kúnnù àwọn olówó máa ń wo Ìgbòho pé Ìgbòho àwọn ló yẹ kó wà lọ́dún ẹ̀ Ìgbòho nínú I am not going to be on your side ọ̀dọ̀ mẹ̀kúnnù ni mo fẹ́ wà nísìnyí ìtọ́ ń ta wọ́n lára nìyẹn àti bàbá aláṣọ funfun ìtọ́ ń ta gbogbo wọn lára nìyẹn pé Ìgbòho wà lára àwa nísìnyí kò sí lára tiwọn mọ́ ó dẹ̀ náà kọ́ nìkan lálágbára nílẹ̀ Yorùbá alágbára pọ̀ bọ̀ ó lóun ò bá yín ṣe mọ́ mo kí ẹ Bọ́lájí Yusuf mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ní ever experience irú election kan ṣe ní UK lẹ́nìí if you remain in Nigeria kò ní possible that is the reason why we are saying that fẹ́ Nigeria mọ́ it is a crime scene it is not working for us we are live on the MixLR mo kí ẹ Ògúnmọ́lá Abíọ́dún ẹ má bínú kó tó jọ́ mẹ́ta the MixLR will be stable one day ẹ support wa náà ẹ bá ń fa account number síta àwọn ọmọ mi ò sí nílé gbogbo wọn ti sùn ẹ fa account síta ká gbowó náà ẹ fún wa náírà ẹ fún wa dọ́là ẹ fún wa pounds kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ máa ń bínú sí Koiki kẹ ẹ need owó sọ́nkì mo kí ẹ horror country ta ló ti wọ àwọn horror movie Nigeria is a horror country where a little boy or I believe a boy a child 3 years old dropped into one of my sister was watching it say so Koiki there's still Shalanga in Nigeria in Lagos there's Shalanga. The young boy dropped in Shalanga. If you don't know what is Shalanga, it's a pit where people put number 2, zombie country. Moki Ogba Intewa lórí MixLR. Egbawole share button. Welcome to Koikimedia special day. My question this morning is, Independence Day of America, United Kingdom 2024 election. Let us compare with Nigeria election. If you want to call in and also add your input and come and defend Nigeria, because I know some of you that wants to defend Nigeria. We know Ibeletinje. You don't want to talk against Nigeria so that Seyi Tinubu will continue to give you some dollar. Moki Mr. Raphael. Moki Ogwentewani, United Arab Emirates, Dash Mayor. Thank you so much. If I haven't mentioned your name, I greet you all in the program. It's a very soft program. So in case I haven't mentioned your name, trust me, I will catch up with it and I will mention your names. Moki gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa pátápátá. Ìyá mi Tóyìn Ọláoyè, wọ́n ní kí n máa sọ fún yín kí n máa yín díẹ̀. Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ l'October and we need money. Voluntary, don't give us money and start asking questions. On our platform, we want to raise money, but they've also released details where you can drop your own little penny. If you go on my status, and later on I'll be putting it on all the social media, you can just send your money there, donation, say, fún Ìgbòho nìyẹn, £20, £100, ẹ bá wa fi kún gbogbo tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. I will release it. So you don't have to send it to me directly. They've released a PayPal account and a UK bank account. Moki gbogbo àwọn ìfẹ́lódùn from the president. Ìgbòho is coming on a special visit. Don't tell anybody yet. Official announcement is coming from Yoruba World Media. Moki olórí ẹbí wa Wàlátà. Usman Wahab Moki Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Ẹ má ẹ̀kọ́ deceive yín pé fẹ́ràn Muslim. Kò ní dá fún wọn ẹni tó bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ sọ pé wọ́n ní ṣorí ẹni Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. This is my Quran. Quran tí mo gbé wọ̀ ìlú yìí ní 1998. Ilé Mùsùlùmí ló bí àwa sí. Àwọn òní máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn wa pé ẹ̀sìn kan ní Arab kan àwọn tó máa ń sọ fún ẹ wà careful. Quran tí mo gbé wọ UK lélẹ́yìn ní 1998 òun ló sì ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ mi. English ni mo mọ Arabic nígbà tí wọ́n máa ń ná wa nílé kí ó ní mo sádànù. Don't let anybody deceive you. Religion is your own. Don't let anybody take away from you. Every morning I'm also on that program. What God cannot do does not exist. Àbí? Kò lè exist. Ọlọ́run ní kò sí nǹkan tóun ò lè ṣe. Ẹni pé Yorùbá nation ní wáyé ta lẹ́yìn. Who are you to say that Yorùbá nation is not going to come true? Who are you? Ta ni wọ́? Ọlọ́run náà òun dé òun fẹ́ fara òun hàn. Americans celebrate independence wọn lẹ́nìí. Ẹ rò pé easy tó fi gbà ni. It was a battle between them and the UK. Today, UK would dare not do anything without informing America. So don't a Yoruba freedom away from the contraction known as Nigeria. And I have my Bible upstairs. If you want me to go and bring it, I'll go and bring it. So we are here talking. Moki wọ́n ní láti àwọn wò mí láti láti Lekki 1, Lekki 2, ẹ ṣé gan ni. gbogbo mi tó disturb me, don't worry, everywhere there's flood. So don't let anybody say, hey, Tinubu did not build Lagos. No, when we have our nation, we will know what to do. There's flood everywhere. But yes, we know that when we audit all the governors, Tinubu himself should be in prison. Wọ́n náà wò mí láti Kétu, Kétu wọlé pẹ̀lú change ẹ̀ o, Kétu wọlé pẹ̀lú change ẹ̀ o, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ará Ìbàdàn, kí ni so? À ń sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ìyẹn ló ẹ̀ka mú dání, we will never experience the kind of election that they are doing in UK today. You will never experience the kind of independence if we did, because Nigeria was never given an independence. If you want to call into the program +44, which is the UK code, one day there will be a Yoruba code. Dialing code that will be away from that shit old zoo country called +234. Ìlú òfò, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Ìlaro, ní gbogbo ọjà ọ̀dàn, mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Benin Republic, mo kí gbogbo yín pátá. Ìdòwú Matthew, good morning. Mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyá mi Tóyìn Ọláoyè. Ẹ má yẹ kó sùn yẹn, ẹ má yẹ kó rẹ̀yìn. A máa délẹ̀ lérí lágbára Jésù. Má sọ pé má pe Jésù. Lágbára Jésù Kristi a máa délẹ̀ lérí. Tìwọ́ tó ń sọ pé in another 20 years, bí àwọn ìwọ ló máa lọ bá wa lọ́rùn, wà lọ dóde wa lọ́rùn, àwọn ẹ̀ tí kú àlọ́ anywhere. I am 40+. Mo máa náwó Yorùbá nation bí Ọmọlúkà. Mo máa gba passport Yorùbá nation. Mo máa wà nínú economy Yorùbá nation. Just like bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe fi lọ sínú economy America. Easy nìyẹn nísìn, ó ti ń jí báyìí nísìn. Ó ń lọ hustle láàárọ̀ yìí nísìn. America wọ́n ti lọ hustle báyìí nísìn. Ìwọ wá fẹ́ lọ gbé l'America. Ó wá ní kílẹ̀ Yorùbá má dúró torí pé ìkànnì yẹn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà l'America. Ẹ̀yin gbádùn America. Ó níwèé l'America, but your life is still better than somebody in Nigeria. Why are you selfish? Why are you selfish? You live in America. From Spain, Johnny Danny. One day we go for Ibiza. It's just I'm getting old. You know, lost Ibiza, but I have to take my wife because if I go there, I'm gonna see all these small, all these girls with their bikini. Your head go, you know, men. When we start seeing bikini, our eyes go to do chonkan. So you better go with your wife. Moki gbogbo yín ní gbogbo bí kò ní bàjẹ́ fún Yẹmí Fátókí. Anílẹ̀ Yorùbá gangan ní gangan, òun ní dán. Tinubu mọ̀ pé lẹ̀ Yorùbá ní dán. Ó mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. They are all criminal and thieves that tell you vote every 4 years. Ẹ lọ wo tí wọ́n ṣe Wike, ẹ lọ wo Yayi, they are all criminals. Yorùbá nation no going back. Mo kí ẹ brother mi Síkírù Adéwálé, ó ní Koiki, you are the voice of the voiceless. Ọlọ́run ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ kò ń ṣàwa. Tó tẹ́mi ò bá ṣe lómi máa ṣe. Tẹ́mi ò bá dìde, Ọlọ́run máa gbé lómi dìde. Ọlọ́run máa gbéyàn dìde láàrin yín. That is why they are shocked. They are saying that àwọn wọlé lé níbo ló ti rí Yèyé Dára, níbo ló ti rí Ọmọlúkà, níbo ló ti rí Bàbá Lẹ́kìtì. Bàbá Lẹ́kìtì àjókòó sínú mọ́tò máa fáyà àwọn kòkúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Oníbìwà alájọ máa wà. Ẹ fún ní visa àbí. Ẹ̀yin àjọ máa gbé ní Nàìjíríà bíbá kò dẹ̀ sá kúrò Nàìjíríà. Mo kí Mr. Michael Coker. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti tafà lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ Onítìrì. Mo sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ padà wálé kí gbogbo àjọ wà lójú kan. Ẹni pé Onítìrì ti gba country fún yín. Bomb bastard. Ibo ló gbà sí. Tí Bàbá Akíntóyè bá declare Yorùbá nation ní àárọ̀ yìí, I will be the first person on the flight out of UK. I have spent 24 years. It's more than enough for me to leave this country. But for now, I'm not there for labor. Tẹ́sọ́jú ẹ̀, wọ́n náà tẹ́ wà ní pẹ́kà, wọ́n ní Dr. Oni. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni, tẹ́sọ́jú ẹ̀ lọ́hùn náà. Bá wọn tẹ́sọ́jú ẹ̀. But àwa aládùúgbò tiwa, a máa tẹ́sọ́jú ẹ̀. All the way from India. I love India economy. Is boasting. It's booming. They are the 5th, I believe. In tech, you can't beat them. I follow the news on a daily basis from India. You can't beat them. They've gone far. So shout out to those of you watching me from India. Moki Wagwaile and Konsi. This is a platform that talks about the freedom of the Yoruba people that are part of Nigeria, known as the southwest part of Nigeria, where they speak a language that is one of the most beautiful languages in the world that have been existing for thousands of years until the British came and destroyed who we are. Just like they did in India and Pakistan and mad people that also speak the same language and create havoc all over the world today. So if you're new to this channel, this is what we discuss. We discuss the right of the Yoruba people to self-determination, just like the Scottish people wants to exit UK after the marriage. +44 74 0440 5917. That is the studio number. Moki láti Germany. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún Anthony. Kẹ́hìndé mo kí yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ Senator Mantu. Don't ever believe any politicians that they have your voice or they're going to respect. They're not going to respect you. They are all criminals. Bomb bastard criminals, and it is time we tell them enough is enough of what they've dragged Nigerian into. Our passport is not respected anywhere in the world, not even in India. Shout out to those of you watching us in that part of the globe this morning. We are more than enough to be a country. 35 million people should be able to set up their own country. Mukinla to Orile my 12. Orile wole pẹ̀lú change. The Yoruba will be free. It is just that we are still having difficulty with people that are saying that, Koiki, we don't understand this Yoruba nation. What is it that you don't understand? You live in UK. You are going to vote now. Anybody intimidate you? Didn't you see how your family were all intimidated in the election last year? You live in UK. You live in America. You are celebrating independence today. Is that independent in Nigeria? Muki Baba Nolalekon. One good morning, Koiki. We appreciate your work. Yoruba nation is our only option. Don't let anybody deceive you. Senator Mantu Kilosa. Bones okay, weary. Senator Mantu. Listen to Senator Mantu.
Can I just quickly clarify? Did I hear you say that you helped rig elections before now?
Let me tell you one thing. Yes. Yes. I did. Because I'm now confessing the truth. Look.
Wait. Senator Mantu, when is Tinubu going to confess his own? Maybe by the time he finish, he will then come out like Jonathan and be preaching. Senator Mantu, Nisuru, you are confessing. Nisuru, Nisuru. When they complete their tenure, they will now sit and channels will be interviewing them. So how do you think about this? Where is Osibajo? Osibajo, after 8 years, come and talk to us. Ori LinkedIn, Noah. Do you know that Osibajo is typing on LinkedIn about climate change? His village in Remo doesn't have electricity. His hometown, there's no road. His hometown, poverty, smelly. Is on LinkedIn now. After 8 years with the Fulani government, we told you they will rubbish you. You are one of our proudest son of Yoruba man, and we love you. But you went to allow them to rubbish your status quo. Olojoko pẹ̀lú àwọn Fulani. Olojoko pẹ̀lú àwọn Fulani for 8 years. Yemi Osibajo. One of the youngest professor that was doing very well until he dived into politics with the Fulani because Tinubu deceived him. Yeah, you go and be the vice president. Then the Fulani now told you can see Weri and Fulani Weri. They are bastard. The Northerners, Olushiniwon. What gbe Osibajo? What be attack Tinubu? And I don't even know whether it's Tinubu that told him to go and contest anyway, because you don't know this politics. They are criminals. They are all criminals. Osibajo is one of them. So don't try and tell us he's a redeemer. He's a criminal. He was one of those that initiated to kill Igboho. Òun àti Buhari lọ́jọ́ wà lórí oyè. So tá bá ń pè Buhari, a máa fọ́ orí Osibajo, a máa forí ẹ̀ fagbọn. Àwọn méjèèjì ni. Both of them. We love him. Now, let him come out and talk about Yoruba nation. He's still defending Nigeria. Yemi Osibajo is still defending Nigeria after 8 years of a bastard government that he was part of. All the meeting he was doing. Remember, he was always putting on these glasses with Babawolowo hat. Nisuru, Senator Mantu. Nisuru only. Only I have repent. Yemi Osibajo, have you repent as well? Have you gone to confess your crime of how Fulani killed Yoruba people and you did not speak out? How the Yoruba economy was destroyed, including all Nigerians' lives were destroyed. You have not come out with your wife to apologize. You are still defending Nigeria. You can see why we say to you, we love him. I love Osibajo. He's a Yoruba man. But it's part of the criminal government that Buhari did on our lives as Nigerians, so to call. Bones okay, Senator Mantu.
Senator Mantu, can I just quickly clarify? Did I hear you say that you helped rig elections before now?
Let me tell you one thing. Yes. Yes. I did. Because I'm now confessing.
I'm not a repentant.
Look, what do I mean? I don't have to go and change election. But you know, when you provide money, you give money to INEC boys to help you if they see any chance.
Okay, Mr. Jaye, good morning.
That they should favor you. You provide money to security. All our elections. I've been in this game for about 40 years.
Did you hear that? And I tell you, has been in the game for 40 bloody years out of the 63 years of Nigeria. So these ones were part of the military cabal. These are the people that you want us to remain with. He has been in the game for 40 years. They are never tired. As they are getting older, they are becoming more criminal. So they will tell you, go and vote every 4 years. One more voting here, David Kokon. One more vote, tell them voting here, is not representing anybody. Yes, Osinbajo actually kept mute when life was destroyed across Nigeria. He could not do anything because he was on. They were telling him he would be the next president. Osinbajo wanted to be the president until what squeeze what 4 year what dasilara. Area where man needs in the scene. Koleso only LinkedIn. I follow him on LinkedIn. He keep posting about climate change, energy change. The one that he came to do in London that he was running away from Koikimedia. Tofik Belosa abe staircase kan lo gbe sálọ. Ó ti ṣe tán nísìn after 8 years. Ìyẹn láti sọ fún yín pé Tinubu náà máa ṣe, don't come and tell me 8 years of Tinubu. He only has the mandate for 4 years to start with. Bóun náà ṣe máa ṣe tán nìyẹn tó máa wá di pé Tinubu náà máa wá keep mute. Wọ́n nílé sọ̀rọ̀. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń support wọn láti ta, any right láti support wọn, but ẹ bi wọ́n pé what future will Tinubu give us after he has left office? Because so far he's going to rig the next election anyway. But after he finish, El Rufai is waiting. El Rufai will be more wicked than Tinubu. Imagine Yoruba people say they are more happy. Buhari gbe love lo. I have the video. Remember?
Each time.
We are talking about politics today, as it's also reflecting the UK election. And don't think ever that, but the election in America and the UK is a long-time election. Democracy. Shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Which democracy is longer? Do we have to be long before we do the needful? Baba mi Prophet John Ogundele, Yoruba independent very very soon. Ọlọ́run òun ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Ọmọ Yorùbá wa ní Buhari ó gbé lọ́ọ̀fù lọ o. Imagine Yoruba coming out to say Buhari gbé lọ́ọ̀fù lọ.
Àtúrọ̀ mọ́ pure ọ̀tà báyìí pé kó lọ ra pure ọ̀tà wa. Pure ọ̀tà ń sì ó ti di báàgì méjì 500. Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀? Èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí? Kí ló tún kọ pure ọ̀tà omi ta fi ń dáná? Omi ta fi ń dáná. Kí ló dé pé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù Lagos State yìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Nígbà tẹ́ ń ta pure ọ̀tà láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 báàgì méjì 500 láti inú mọ́tò àwọn tó máa tún ta kọ́lé ló máa tà. Kí ló dé pé ìnira á pọ̀ jù ní Nàìjíríà ìnira ti pọ̀ jù. Àtìgbà tí Buhari ti fọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni Buhari ti gbé lọ́ọ̀fù ló ti gbé ìfẹ́ lọ.
Do you understand that? I mean, how did we get to where a Yoruba man is coming out to say àtìgbà tí Buhari ti lọ ó gbé lọ́ọ̀fù lọ? We are now comparing even Buhari, that Buhari took away the love. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà lórí Twitter space. We are live on the MixLR. It's much cheaper for you to listen on the MixLR than on the YouTube because you save your megabyte. But if you're someone that want to see my face while I'm doing my program, you just don't want to listen to me alone, or you can download the video after the program, whichever way you prefer. But there are so many few things I can do that people will listen to us. But money, so why do you think that Elon Musk can control the world with his money? Ugumola sọ pé election in Nigeria is rubbish. Come and defend your election. Moke Olapade Adeniyi, Omotosho Olawumi Muki. Moke went to Malaysia. Moke went to Hong Kong. Hong Kong also was free from the UK after 156 years. I talked about it a few days ago. We are talking about politics. That you will never experience a good politics, not anywhere in the world, but not even in Africa like Nigeria. So, Buhari took away the love, but that is not where we're standing this morning. Senator Mantu, what do you say?
Yes, I did. Because I'm now confessing the truth. I look, what do I mean? I don't have to go and change election. But when you provide money, you give money to INEC boys to help you if they see any chance. That they should favor you. You provide money to the security. All our elections in the past, I've been in this game for about 40 years.
Did you hear that?
And I tell you, each time, it's not necessarily when I'm contesting elections, but when my party sponsors a candidate. I would like that candidate to win election. And what we used to do before, we make provision for INEC, we make provision for security, we make provision for even agents of other parties, so that they will not, raise any objection to whatever we're able to get. So whether I rig myself or not, by providing those resources, financial investment to the officials.
Good morning. James Brooke, good morning.
Yes.
Do you think that we can diminish or remove that influence as 2019 approaches?
I believe so, because if people...
This was when they were going into the election in 2019. After the 2019 election, oh my God, Tinubu scale up. That one was even another criminal election that they held last year. This one was when they were going for the 2019. I told you that you will never experience any quality, proper election in your zoo country called Nigeria. Ask people at home, they will tell you. Those, okay, Senator Mantu.
Like me, and they refuse to do it. If we, the players, unless we give before somebody will take.
Okay.
Right? So don't give. And then we will not get a taker. We will not get a taker.
Okay.
Why? You don't even ask me why am I thinking this way. Look,
why?
I am tired of being seen as a criminal in the streets of the world because we are in Nigeria.
Okay.
You assume that everybody is an innocent human being until it's proven otherwise. But once you are outside this country with a green passport and they see that you are a Nigerian, even if you are a pastor or you are an imam, they will assume that you are criminally minded or you have criminal tendencies just because of where you come from. That must change. I am tired of living in poverty in the midst of plenty. I cannot, even no matter how much you have, every day you see people coming to you, relations, friends, this and that. My wife has given birth, my mother is a hospital, this and that, every day. But if everybody had enough to take care of himself or herself, they won't come bothering you to say, give me this, give me that. And I believe that we have the resources, that people can live a decent life without being...
People can live a decent life. Did you hear that word? Thank you so much, Peter Joseph. People in Yoruba land don't know what they want. They still don't realize Nigeria is not for them. Why they can't think and reason with all the campaigns about Yoruba country is because they want to become, they want to be politicians like Senator Mantu. But Senator Mantu says that he has repented. We have enough resources to support every single innocent person born in Nigeria. But the politician doesn't want you to enjoy it. That is why your life is miserable. So your life that is miserable, you now want to come and put it on people like us abroad. No way, we no agree. We no agree anymore. Good morning, Robert Edward. Shout out to It Is King AY. There is enough resources to spread around everybody in Nigeria. But when Senator Mantu is already bribing ahead of election, when they get in there, they become done. They become criminals and they use talk to kill you. And this is why we are saying we are not interested in Nigeria anymore. Nobody should come and preach Nigeria to us. Go and preach that to your family. What we want now is to pull out of that structure and have our own independent country so that we can celebrate like Americans are doing today. And don't tell me America, independent, no. We can also do the same thing. But we must all be united and come together in one block so that we can free ourselves from the shackles of this criminal bomb-buster politician. Go ahead, Senator Mantu.
Yes, to those who have. Just because we haven't gotten our own governance system right. So we need...
You can never get the governance system right. Muke Egbomi Ayuba, Ekusheni. Shout out to many of you that are waking up in all over the world, especially America, Canada, and preparing your children for school and making your way to work. Shout out to those of you that are hustling in Nigeria this afternoon in a very hot weather. Every time I call Nigeria,
governance can only be provided by good people who are...
You can never get any good government. I'm not listening to that one. No, we're not. No, you're not. You're lying. It's because maybe he couldn't get a British passport or another passport. Because if he was using other passport that is not Nigerian passport, he'd probably still be in the same game. And they're all the same. So níbo la wà láàárọ̀ yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation? Koiki, ẹ̀yin náà àgbọ̀n kankan mọ́. Stop saying, ẹ má máa sọ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n kankan mọ́. I have told you that Nigeria has been existing for 63 years. So pulling that structure will take a lot of work, which is exactly what we are doing right now. Yes, other people will disagree with us. Other people might say that that is not the way to get it. Some might even have their own other options. But the only option that we are following under the leadership of Professor Adebanjo Akintoye is that we want to be free totally away from the monster country called Nigeria. So what I'm going to do right now is just to take us through the first one, which is America independent. Let's talk about it. How did America gain that independence? How did not Slovenia this time around? It is US that we want to talk about. How did they gain their independence? US. The American Revolution. Now we are in a serious program now. We've done 1 hour and I want to move swiftly. Shout out to any of you that have joined us. If you're new to the platform, this is a platform that talked about the right of the Yoruba people and the indigenous people to be free from the shackles of Nigeria. I've not done my tea this morning and I'm not fasting. What's going on? My cup of tea. I think I should have played one more video and prepared my cup of tea. But let's go ahead. I will still manage. It's not the end of the world. Angelica Joke Mukima. Shout out to many of you that are new. Some of you that are just passing by. We're not forcing anybody to stay here. There's so many things on the social media. But on this particular channel, which is my channel, it talks about independence of indigenous people. You might come and say, Koiki, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. Well, you will probably be dead because it's going to happen in my lifetime. The work is already ongoing. Negotiation will be needed, diplomacy, dialogue. But can this end into revolution? Because the way Nigeria is right now is like that bomb that is about to explode. And everybody knows that, but we are just living in denial. We don't like the truth because I am not one of your pastors that come and tell you that it's going to happen. But good enough, we've heard about prophecies. You don't have to agree or believe in it. But all indicator is pointing that Nigeria will collapse if it has not yet even collapsed. Yes, there will, I mean, I was watching Ashimolowo with his new property that he's building and all that. Yeah, you can continue doing whatever you are doing. You have a project in Nigeria. Yeah, you continue. It's our land anyway. The only thing that we don't want to be part of is just that branding called Nigeria. That is what we're going to pull out. So, I mean, if you have a good business you are running in Nigeria, continue to run it. But one day when Yoruba Nation come through, right, the whole structure will change. Forget about it. Sanwo-Olu, they're not born in Papa well to stop Yoruba Nation because Sanwo-Olu will not even be there forever. Anyway, where's Ambode today? They're chucking him away. That is what they do. So don't come and tell us, Koiki, Sanwo-Olu is there. Sanwo-Olu is only there for a very period of time. But when revolution starts, that some of you are calling for, because we are not calling for revolution, but I am just going to read about American. So don't think that we are here talking about revolution for Yoruba. No. When that you, like the Showore and the rest of you, and some of you are planning all kind of things underneath, everybody's just waiting for one small thing to spark. And some of you also want to use that to rob. It does not matter. In crisis, which Nigeria will fall into, don't come and pray, Jesus, don't let crisis to fall. People in Kenya also pray to Jesus Christ and Muhammad, yet there's crisis there. And that crisis hasn't ended. Yes, people died along the line. Buildings have been destroyed. Property have been stolen. It doesn't matter. That is why they call it anarchy. That is why we are saying to that Tinubu Jagaba, wake up, stop that your slumber sleeping. Wake up, because your sleeping is too much. Wake up from your slumber. Come on, fag momo elori. We love you, but you don't love yourself. Because we told you that there's nothing in Nigeria. You just want to go and take away what your eyes, your koro eyes, without your wife, Tinubu or Remi Tinubu. So those of you that probably don't understand what is about to start, we are just preparing your mind before I will come out. Hey, bag, go. Now, I just take it easy. Because the thing we go wire your face is coming slowly and slowly. Your naira will depreciate more. It's not going to grow because you're not growing anything. So let's talk about the American Revolution. This is the time to sit back and listen attentively. Once again, this is the platform known as Koikimedia, bringing the word, and they've posted the donation. How do you support us? Donate to good journalism. Many independent media depend on you. I have told you continuously, don't bracket me with your blogger or your whatever. Tomorrow, inshallah, lórúkọ Jésù Kristi, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, then tó bá ní mọ̀ ní débẹ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa àgbìyàn àfi tí emergency mi bá tún ṣẹlẹ̀. This is my ID card for the way I did for all my staff. Koikimedia is a registered media organization prior before Yoruba Nations. Don't think I am not those kind of politicians that quickly go and register something when they become governor because they are criminals. They want to use it to siphon money. We have been in this country. I had a business. I was a computer engineer, technician. I repair computers, no mobile phone. I do installation, software installation. If you bring your laptop, it's crashed, I can restore it and put it back into a new software. I do diagnosis. I do a lot of things. Then slowly we branch into other areas. But media has always been part of me. And for the last 2 decades, I have been in the media. That is what I studied at the beginning of my university early stage. Until they asked me to come on. I don't know how some of you pay international fee. I live here, I can't pay it. Because I am not into crime. So Ben Shewa face some international fee with your 16 hours because you were able to raise 50-60% that they asked you to pay. You get to UK now, and must struggle. Because you muki our bolu. There is no amount of prayer that will hold crisis to fall in Nigeria. It will happen. When, how soon is what nobody knows. It could be next year, it could be 2 years from now, but it's always coming to happen. The reason why I have to continue to tell you that I am not your blogger. I love those ones that are blogging. Nothing wrong in them. Don't ever. I pay tax to the UK government. So your support is very, very needed. Just like this paper is free. Have you ever asked why it's free? Because there's advert. There's so much different. All these are being paid for. Money supermarket, only God knows how much thousands of pounds they paid for a full on this paper. So when we are here saying donate, it's voluntary. I know you are all committed to other areas and things of life. But if you support a independent media, it cannot compromise. And if I compromise one day, stop your donation and unfollow me. Koiki, just stop paying us. But most of you in UK, you dare not pay your TV license to BBC. BBC will not talk about self-determination. They're not going to do a campaign like we are doing back to back. So the reason why we are telling you this is so that we want you to feel comfortable on this platform. I know what we're doing. I know what I can say, that the police will come to this house. But everything we are saying right now, it is still under the law of the United Nations. So don't think and pray that one day they'll come and catch you. No, but it's only Nigeria that they can catch me, because Nigeria is not a country. It's not a country. So if you are saying come to Nigeria, it's because you know that I might be found missing, like Daddy Yati. Go and ask El Rufai, where is Daddy Yati? Over 3 years now, he has been kidnapped. Only God knows whether he's alive. And if you never heard, ask Babangida Olori Buruku bomb bastard. What happened to Dele Giwa when he was investigating Okon that was taking drugs to UK? He was sent a letter. Imagine a letter bomb in the 1980s. So when some of you say, let's come and lead us from Nigeria, bye. Tell your father to lead you from Nigeria. Go and call your mother that born you to lead you from Nigeria. Okay? Because I am not your problem. I left Nigeria and run away 24 years ago. If you can run away, fair enough. But don't come and tell me, come and lead us from Nigeria. Bye. To lead the Latin Nigeria. But when the right time comes, which I have not seen yet, ẹ̀yin tèmi ṣe ó yẹ yín ẹ fi tó kù lẹ̀ ẹ̀yin fi tó kù lẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín pé ẹgbẹ́ mi ló ń wà. That is the only bag I need to travel out to make my way down. But come and say, hey, come and lead us from Nigeria. Showore is at home. Go and follow Showore to lead you. Okay? go and for Benny. Julius, when Yoruba Nation come to pass, many things will need to be arranged. A lot of things. We will start afresh. I will not be above the law. Nobody will be above the law, even in UK. You dare not. So support us. Naira Lenini, it doesn't matter. We take Naira. We take pounds. We take dollar. We take Canadian dollar. Just like every media. And it is ethical. Maybe you don't know. You've never heard about it. Ethical to ask people to support. Because supporting us means that we can expand. We can do more. Yes, I will use part of that to look after myself. If I don't have internet in my house, how do I come out and talk to you? In the afternoon, I have to switch on the light. Not because I want to. It's because I am live. And so many other things that we can't talk about. And also, I am not one of that, you're Nigerian. Don't think this one is Nigerian Union of Journalists. No, this is for UK, okay? I pay every month as a member. This card has been renewed again for the next 1 year. It gives me access to equivalent to White House. Not everybody dares goes into the gate of number 10 and say, let me go inside. But the reason, you can see that even my new updated card, if you look at it, I have the background of number 10 Downing Street. So, as support so that can expand. And it is not just me that does the same. Almost even Julian Assange that just got his freedom. It came at a very high cost. High cost. Owó tó fi gbé jáde ní UK is $500,000 for that private jet. And I believe they were able to, I don't know what was the final they raised for him in pound sterling, but the last time I checked, which was some few days back, was almost £320,000. Freedom doesn't come for free. And nobody's going to give it to you for free. You have to fight and fight for it. So let's continue. Kò dẹ́n ṣe gbogbo question ni máa down lórí platform yìí. So if you question it, síbẹ̀ kí má dá lóhùn. I might say it, I will just ignore it. But it's your right to put it there. If you're not comfortable with the platform, you have the right to walk away. That is why there's so many things happening on the social media. But on this platform, it is called self-determination for the Yoruba people. If you don't know about Yoruba people, we are part of the southwest of Nigeria. We are not the east. We are not Igbos. We are not Hausa. We are not Gambari. We are not Fulani. We are Yoruba people that have been existing before the British brought in their nonsense called amalgamation and forced it on every single one of us. We will collapse the last empire of Britain. Nigeria is one of their last empire. It must collapse, inshallah. Àwọn onílẹ̀ máa jẹ́ kó collapse, not our own. It's not going to be with gun, but with the word that we are saying that will push every one of us out together. Nobody's pushing anybody. I have told you, we are all in this together. Some of you will have to spend money. Some of us will be out there like this, while some of you will be ready as a foot soldier to push out. The British doesn't love our interests as Yoruba people. Don't let them deceive you that, oh, we love the interests of Yoruba. No, they don't love our interest. If they love our interest, they should be talking about the dissolution of Nigeria right now. They are not interested in our interest. So I wonder when some of you think that because you see all this Oyibo, British ambassador, Canadian ambassador, American ambassador, they are not there for your interest. They are representing their country interest. Interest the country will not represent. Yes, àwọn kọ́ ya máa ní interest in wọn because they are part and parcel. Àwọn Dangote, àwọn Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, àwọn Telelemelu, àwọn Mike kìnnìkan and this and that and that and that. But ìwọ tó jẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù wò mí dáadáa all these embassy in Nigeria, they are not there for our interest. 15 people only thumbs up this morning. 102 people are watching us. Not good enough. Not encouraging. About only thumbs up. Share it. Ẹ lọ jù sínú platform yẹn. Ẹni kan sọ fún yín pé ẹ máa gbé show Koiki wá síbẹ̀. Olòṣì ni wọ́n àwọn tó bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Anywhere you put my program, and they say, remove this from the platform. You better start thinking about that platform. I left my school platform 4 years ago when some of them were complaining that I was posting what I was doing on their platform. But they want me to come and pay every month to support Abeokuta Grammar School so that Koma de Kuwabi. That is not my responsibility. That is meant to be the responsibility of all this Olori Buruku governor from Ibukunle Amosun Loshi, Ole, 419. The children are in London here, married to the same family with Abike Dabiri. You can be by law. Don't think that all the embassy in Nigeria are there for your interest. They are not there for our interest. So, Bamidada, India is there for their own interest. How they will do business with Nigeria and there will not be problem. How Chinese will do business. How Belgium, Canada, their stooges will promote their interest. So don't think that when you see them drinking reception champagne, they are not there for our interest. So, interest is tiwa. And if you put my post on any other Yoruba people program on any platform, to disagree with where there is a problem in that platform, straight away. They are not ready for your interest. So let's go back into Moki Grammar, Felicia Jagbe, and the rest of you that have joined us. So please remember, musakalam1@yahoo.com. It might be telling you reseller. I am still the same person when I used to do business on eBay. I have a UK account and we have a First Bank account. All these details are continuously will be posted on our platform. And that's how to clear that air. So Moki will intend support to her, as you think it is worth supporting. Ganil Suraju Moki, Amosu Shegun, and many of you that have joined us, I'll be happy. Alan Conde, only Buhari love. How I don't understand. Buhari the evil man. You're right. A Yoruba man comes out and say, Buhari be love. You can see that is one of the biggest disaster of humanity. Buhari, out of everybody in Nigeria, a Yoruba man comes out and spill that nonsense out and say, Buhari ti lo lo ti gbe love lo. Since Buhari left the power, Buhari took away the love. So let's come back to America and talk about their independence and how it all happened. From there, we will move to the UK election. Then we will end it with the INEC fraudulent election. I'm sure they're preparing for the next one with billions of naira allocated and nothing comes out of it. Pankẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ láíláí. Mo rí Tọ́pẹ́ Faturote akéwì fún rẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ dúró tán Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tì í. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ní Yorùbá nation ti gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa. That is how it's going to look like. But the end result will fulfill every single one of us. Bó ṣe gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin náà ló gbà lọ́wọ́ wa. It has affected everybody. That is what movement does. It drains you. I've lost weight. Not that I'm not eating, and there's nothing wrong with me. But it's just that, the amount of the work that is put into it on a daily basis. Even some of my phone, I can't switch them off. Emails, this, that. So ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró tán. Mo kí n lẹ́ǹkan sí brother mi. Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró ti gbogbo wa. Àwọn tó ti ṣánko lọ, we hope that they will come back home before they realize that Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí has nothing to offer. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ máa ń send message. Ṣé Dúpẹ́ yẹn ṣé ó ṣì ní kankan? Please stop sending that nonsense. She has nothing to offer and she has never offered anything. Mr. Olalekan, Osibajo is the man I love and respected, but he disappointed me big time. I expected him to work for the interest of the Yoruba people. I want him to resign. That would have been the best integrity for him. But he decided because one promise Ekuma the president, Nigeria, Komopolori Burúkú and Northerners. And maybe he knew it was just also for his own selfish interest. Abishe Tinubu ló ní kó lọ jáde, because remember that every single one of them that came and wanted to contest, which I'll be talking about towards the end of the program, they all paid 100 million naira fund for the APC. Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́, ẹgbẹ́ àwọn amúgbó, ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olè. And don't defend any one of them, because they will never defend you. The American Revolution, also called the U.S. War of Independence, was the insurrection fought between 1775 and 1783. We don't pray for war, but tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀, ní Nigeria, it will take some time before everything goes back to normal. And if that should happen, a lot of things will shut down in Nigeria. They'll be limited to goods coming into Nigeria, which is why we are saying, ẹ má ẹ kó dé stage yẹn before Nigerians rise up and fight back, as is happening right now in Kenya. Because any country that has crisis and this, I mean, yes, that is going to be the solution, but there are other ways that can fulfill our solution to the dissolution of Nigeria. Coming on the round table and discussing the issues, which is we're doing right now. But I tell the politicians, especially when they say, that word coming out from you guys, I'm talking about Nigerians generally now. What Nigerians lè ṣe o. And you know affect, especially you. Imagine if crisis starts in Nigeria, and you don't have electricity. How are you going to survive? So many things will be affected. So it is time that we let them know that let us come on the round table and decide our fate. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lè máa force wa pé ká wà ní Nàìjíríà. Kò possible bí aláyé ìgbà kan. Ayé ìsìn ti yàtọ̀ sígbà tí yín. A náà ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ̀. Ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kájọ jókòó kájọ sọ. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn kábíyèsí tí wọ́n ti gbọ́ sí wa lẹ́nu. Mo kí Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátá láyọ̀ ẹnì kankan kúrò. Mo kí ní gbogbo ìlú Ìgbòho. Bọ̀kẹ́ á máa sọ fún wa pé kò sí kankan tá lè ṣe. In town Nigerians máa ṣe ó ń bọ̀. Ó kù díẹ̀. So this revolution led to the independence of America that is being celebrated today. Though, through which 13 of the Great Britain North American colonies threw off the British rule to establish the sovereign United States of America. One day will come like that we will throw away the Nigeria and then we will establish the Yoruba sovereignty. Amujawani kosogwe. Amudamuwani. Amu crisis wani. But omo tuntun lo fe bi. That is why I say that if we truly think that we should push for that kind of route now, you will need 60,000 Ireke to do that to brand new and many training of people to prepare ground for such. Because the first thing you must do is secure the borders. The moment you go into that search, you shut down the airwaves, I mean the airspace. Well, people nígbà táwọn intole ja plane bá wà lọ́wọ́ yín tẹ́ bá ti ja plane bí méjì mẹ́ta plane kankan ní fly wọ Nigeria mọ́ because the airspace is no longer secured. Then you secure the borders because ibẹ̀ ló máa fẹ́ gbà wọlé and you secure the waters because they will use that as well. But you will need 60,000 fully trained men. Fully trained at that to commit into such. But if you're not going to go through that route, then it will be all form of whatever happens. Anything goes. Anything will go into it. Anything. So, why do we want to go that route? When governors that are important, ìjọba ẹ̀kọ́ security kiri. Mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo mọ́tò yín pátápátá àwọn alálẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà àlámọ́lẹ̀ pátá. Bulletproof car yẹn gbogbo ńlẹ̀ lo bulletproof car tá bá yìnbọn sí kò ní wọlé but tá lálẹ́ bá wọnú ẹ̀ á wọnú bẹ̀ á pààyàn sínú ẹ̀ driver yín nìkan ló máa escape torí pé èèyàn dáadáa làwọn drivers yìí ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ tọ́jú wọn imagine some of them are still paying 30,000 naira to their drivers àwọn olórí burúkú tẹ̀yìn support. So wọ́n sọ fún yẹn governors ẹ má jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn débi tí kò yẹ kó dé ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí Amẹ́ríkà tí gbogbo yín sá lọ lẹ́yìn tẹ́fẹ́ lọ gbé tó ń wò mí ṣùkùṣùkù Amẹ́ríkà tó fẹ́ gba visa wọn wọ́n ní wọ́n ja wèrè ogun revolution ìjà gidi ẹ̀mí bọ́lẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ but today they are enjoying it àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ àwọn celebrating yẹn lọ bímọ sàn kọ́ lè bá gbàwé but ìwọ nísìn táwọn wá bímọ sàn wá wá padà wálé wọ́n máa ṣe movie wọn lọ wọ́n máa act wọn lọ gbogbo wọn láti kọ́ àwọn kúrò lọ ní Nàìjíríà gbogbo wọn àti Yorùbá àti Igbo àti Hausa gbogbo wọn àwọn ọmọ wọn wà labroad bí tàwọn tó wà náà báyìí. So why are we living in denial? So ẹ jẹ́ ká come together. Ẹ má kó di crisis. Ẹ má kó di M1. Torí tó bá ti dórí M1 kò sí bá ńlá ẹni tó lè dá dúró mọ́. Àfi tá bá délẹ̀ lérí yẹn. Tá bá ti bọ́ sórí M1 gbàgàbáì látòrí North Circular ní bíbá. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń wọ̀n dáadáa. Ó yẹ yí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple dare ẹ̀wọ̀n tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ kí àwọn èèyàn ní Manchester. Tẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ fi gbẹ́ 25 tẹ́ ń bọ̀ láti Kent. Tẹ́ bá ti bọ́ sórí Staples Corner tó ti gbórí wọlé tó bá ti bọ́ sórí M1 nìyẹn wọ́n bí bàbá ẹ̀ dá kò síbi tó ti fẹ́ tọ̀nù mọ́ ó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni títí tó máa fi dé another exit point, and that could be miles away. ẹ̀ ń díà Yorùbá nation bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ̀ ń díà àwọn Nigerians tó ní ẹ̀ ń ṣe burúkú fáwọn lórí pé ẹ̀ náà ń ṣe election. tó bá ti bọ́ sórí M1 motorway kò sí ọ̀nà míì ó dìgbà tó bá dé the next point kó tó bọ́lẹ̀. ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn fà yìí kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ kékeré, ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé ẹ má kàn rè pé wọ́n jẹ́ kò sí nǹkan tí Britain lè ṣe bàbá wo èyí tó ṣe ní Biafra máa fojú wọn máa bó láìpẹ́ yìí. gbogbo nonsense tí Britain ṣe pẹ̀lú ogun tó bá Biafra jà wọn ò ní dánwò mọ́ this time around. ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni. don't come and tell me about that. over 40,000 ní Israel ti pa sí Palestinian. àwọn Palestinian 40,000 ló ti pa. America ò ṣe kọ́kọ́ sí àwọn ló ń kọ̀bọ̀ fún wọn this time around. gbogbo wèrè tẹ́lẹ̀ sẹ́pẹ́ nìyẹn pátá ò ní wọ̀ jáde Sanwó-Olú pátá ẹ̀ ò ní mú kúrò nulẹ̀. ẹ má ẹ̀ kó dé stage yẹn. ìyẹn la ṣe ń pariwo sísìn pé àwọn kan wà tó fẹ́ dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ sí lọ́rùn. àwọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ tó wọ́n ń pè ní Fúlàní terrorists olórí burúkú àtàyè ìtọ́run àwọn yẹn. they are planning to kill Tinubu. I am telling you. ẹ má rò pé lọ́la ń pa wọ́n fẹ́ pa Tinubu. we might not love him, we might not like him, but wọ́n fẹ́ pa Tinubu olóṣì lórí burúkú àwọn northerners yẹn. ẹ sọ fún Tinubu kó beef of security ẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ máa ṣe kíni kó náà máa bẹ̀ àwọn alálẹ̀ kó tètè fún lọ́nà tó pín Nàìjíríà. tó bá wá ń sọ pé wọ́n pín Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà ló fẹ́ push gbogbo akáwà nú ẹ̀ ìtọ́ àwọn alálẹ̀ bá ṣe fún lọ́ ṣe fún. tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́ máa fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká máa lọ fair enough ohun nìyẹn. ẹ sọ fún Ṣèyí Tinubu pé wọ́n fẹ́ pa bàbá ẹ̀ ẹni Kóìkì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ pa bàbá ẹ̀ àwọn northerners wọ́n fẹ́ pa bàbá ẹ̀. I am not joking. ẹ máa rò pé lọ́la ń pa àwọn Pastor Adébóyè ò ní sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń sọ yìí wọ́n náà fẹ́ pa bàbá ẹ̀. ẹ sọ fún Ṣèyí Tinubu kó beef of security kó dẹ̀ ṣe ń túbà bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ṣe kó break Nàìjíríà. tí Tinubu bá sì ní àníyàn pé Nàìjíríà máa wọ̀ títí tó máa fi ṣe tán tó dẹ̀ máa wá gbé Nàìjíríà padà fún náà gbogbo tó bá wọn àwọn alálẹ̀ ní kó ṣe fún gbogbo tó bá wọn alálẹ̀ ní kó ṣe fún Tinubu nítorí pé ó mọ̀ dájú pé ìran Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ dúró. tó bá wá sọ pé òun ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kó forí ẹ̀ kó fi fagbọn kó forí ẹ̀ fagbọn. ẹ jẹ́ ta sílẹ̀ fún Yorùbá nìyẹn ó bá lọ nìyẹn and so more than that. ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí the history and the revolution. báwo kí ló fa the cause of America to declare independent? kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan tí America fi sọ pé àwọn máa declare independent lọ́wọ́ Britain, the same Britain táwọn wà náà ẹ̀yin wọ́n sọ pé Britain máa wá dá sọ́rọ̀ wa wọ́n bọ̀ ẹ bá ní 200 Yorùbá MP ẹni Kóìkì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ Britain ò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ lọ kẹ́ gba 200 ẹ má declare nínú parliament kí ni ẹ wá ní ṣe ṣá àwọn ọlọ́mọ àwọn afẹ́pọ̀n yín kẹfì lọ ni àwa la máa fẹ́pọ̀n everybody ẹpọ̀n ẹlòmíì a máa já máa lọ áńgẹ̀sì abúlé Ẹ̀gbá ẹpọ̀n ẹlòmíì a máa já Èkìtì ló ti máa wá kejì because ẹ ti ṣèkà láti máa parọ́ for 25 years produce anything ní politics òfò tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà tí kò ní da fún gbogbo yín politics ò lè tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe láàárọ̀ yìí nísìn ó ti dọ̀sán à ń lọ tẹ̀ka fún labour ni máa tẹ̀ fún kò sẹ́ni wọ́n bí bá anybody lákò intimidate mi ti bá dé polling unit pé tẹ̀ fún conservative àbò níbo máa bógò mọ́ ló ní UK even àwọn tó wà ní south east wọn ní dánwò ọmọlúàbí ni gbogbo wa even though pé àwọn kan máa vote conservative tó jọmọ Yorùbá ọ̀rẹ́ sì ni gbogbo wa bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ṣé ọ̀rẹ́ ni gbogbo yín àti APC àti PDP ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ń sá oògùn síra yín ẹ̀yin olùṣe lórí burúkú oògùn lẹ́ ń sà síra yín lójoojúmọ́ oògùn lẹ́ ń sà síra yín lójoojúmọ́ torí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe politics ṣé oògùn ni wọ́n ń sà síra wọn ní UK no wọn ní láti sọ oògùn you will tell people what you want to do tó o bá favour wàá tún lọ dúró another time but conservative a máa lé yín lọ 14 years we've had enough of you but kí ló fa wàhálà tí America fi declare independent lọ́wọ́ Britain kí ló fa wàhálà ìkọ̀kọ̀ ló máa rúgbó bọ̀ gbogbo wa rí nísìnyí o wọ́n ń gbáriwo Kóìkì àwọn olòṣì èyí tó yẹ kí gbogbo máa sọ fún àwọn politician pé nǹkan àwọn ọmọ yìí ń sọ yìí ẹ ṣe gbé yẹ̀wò náà ìtí Kóìkì ń sọ àti Ìgbòho àti bàbá kí tó yàtọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá nation kí ló bá níbẹ̀ pé kẹ́ pé wọ́n sórí round table wọ́n sọ fún wa pé kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ máa ṣe àwọn Nàìjíríà tó máa wo ensars yẹn kékeré lẹ́rí wàá fojú wọn máa bo àwọn ọmọ yẹn ń dúró dè yìí ni especially àwọn ọmọ Peter Obi yẹn àwọn yẹn fẹ́ bà nǹkan jẹ́ Peter Obi ti ń fún wọn lóhùn díẹ̀díẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní right láti protest ẹ máa sọ pé they play eléyìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ they play it is coming ó ń lòdì bọ̀ ni ó lè jẹ́ 3 years ó lè jẹ́ 2 years ìgbà tó bá máa dé adébá gbogbo aláyọ̀ àtàlàfíà ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan they argued that George III had no real power over American colonies by taking a stand against the tyrant of the king. Àwọn tyrant, kí ló ń pè ní tyrant? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo meaning ẹ̀ ní èdè òyìnbó ní dictionary meaning. Tá bá sọ pé tyranny, ẹ rí pé bó mi ṣe pronounce ó tún yàtọ̀. Increase the speaker mi, gbóhùn sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Tango Yankee Romeo Alpha November Yankee. Tyranny olórí burúkú wọ́pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Àwọn olè, àwọn jẹgúrújẹrá, àwọn máa sùn sínú air condition. Ooru máa pa yín nínú ilé yín ni. Ooru ló máa pa gbogbo yín lẹ́yìn kankan fún ìkà tẹ́ ń ṣe fún gbogbo ọmọ Nigerians tí kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe Nigerians anyway torí òyìnbó ló kó gbogbo àpapọ̀. Ìyà máa jẹ gbogbo yín látòkè délẹ̀. Àkútúkú yín lọ́rùn ẹni tó bá ti kúnú yín. Bọ́ bá ṣe sàárà fún yín kò ní gbà. Wọ́n máa dá padà sí lójú ni. Torí ẹ ti mú jẹ wicked bastard politicians. Bọ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n náà ń jẹ lára wọn, tọ́ba bí wà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá comment sórí comment mi pé Koiki shut up, màá bú bàbá ìwọ náà àti ìyẹ́ màá rán ẹ sílé. Bọ̀ tó bá ti bú wọn máa gbọ́ program lọ fèmí àti wọn sílẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ máa fi wá ṣe. Kò sí nǹkan àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan mi ni mo tún sọ lẹ́yìn lójoojúmọ́. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yẹn lè fi wá ṣe nǹkan kan. Jésù Kristi wà lẹ́yìn wa, ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè ń bẹ lẹ́nu wa. Inshallah bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sá kò ní wọlé torí pé ìkànnì yín. Torí ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí òtítọ́ là ń sọ. Ẹ̀yin ní ká máa lọ dìbò for 4 years kò ní dá fún gbogbo àwọn IMF àti World Bank, àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń gbowó fún yín tẹ́ fi ń ṣe òṣì káàkiri tẹ́ fi ń jalè. State kankan lọ máa gba lóònù. Wọ́n ti gba lóònù títí lórí state. Ẹlòmíì tẹ̀ mọ́ títí lónìí. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn gọ́vnọ̀ sí pé èèlò lẹ gbà lórí wa tó wá ń defend wọn. Wọ́n ti fi yín yáwó. Wọ́n ti fi yín yáwó káàkiri lọ́dọ̀ Arabu lọ́dọ̀ DC. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo àdànù. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo wọn ti gba change lọ́wọ́ wa. I am a citizen of Nigeria. Òmùgọ̀ wèrè citizen Nigeria o. Wọ́n ti tẹ̀ dànù. That's why I thought fi respect wa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní British passport ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lucky. About travel nísìn àti na passport yẹn sí wọn. What's your name? Ìgbà mi máa bèèrè pé bí pé kí n fọ immigration letter létí pé àbó ló ṣì ní o rí passport o lórúkọ lórí ẹ̀ ni. Ṣé o lórúkọ lórí ẹ̀? But àwọn ọmọ yìí náà ti lọ dáràn ní Turkey. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ti fa drugs. Wọ́n ti ṣe yahoo olùṣì gbogbo ìbírú tẹfín nọ́ọ̀kì nìyẹn. Àwa bá débẹ̀ Turkey tí mo lọ láìpẹ́ ní some years back. Mo ní màá sọ̀rọ̀ Turkey fún yín bọ̀ kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí. Ó ń wo passport mi ó wò mí. Ó ń wo passport mi ó wò mí. Kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà mo ti ń bọ̀ ibẹ̀ mo ti fly ó ń wo passport mi ó wò mí. What's your name? Pípé kí n gba ìtì ẹ̀. But you have ṣe tẹ bá wà lọ́dọ̀ immigration ìwọ tó ti travel dáadáa tó yẹ pé o mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó gbé dání jẹ ní òní wàá tún inú àmà bí ẹ. But àyín tó yẹ pé jẹjẹ sí ní definitely wàá máa tọ̀ sára. Ó ti mú àwa náà rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ní 1998 nígbà tí mo fẹ́ dé. Ìtàn ń gbọ́n mi gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ṣe mí ìgbẹ́ ń gbọ́n mi nígbà because tó o bá land ò tí wọ UK o tó o bá land ò wọ Canada o tó o bá ti land pé o jáde sí exit point tí wọ́n gbé àwọn tó wá gbé ẹ ọmọ tó bá ti ní kó lọ jókòó anything can happen ni o. You would then wonder why our passport is as stupid as it's meant to be. Ọwọ́ àmúlò ọwọ́ àǹfi magnifier ọ̀fin wo passport yẹn. Do you blame them? Nígbà tó yẹ pé mo sọ fún yín pé ní was it last year mo mọ èèyàn tó padà lọ́lé ó lọ reduce age ó sọ fún èmi ni ó confide in me ó padà láti African country kan ó fly lọ Nigeria wọ́n change the date of birth ó já wálẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ issue passport mi fún ó dẹ̀ fi passport yẹn jáde kúrò Nigeria ìyẹn ni wọ́n ń pè ní country. Ọlọ́run ọba o mo kí do you understand what that means? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Ká má fagún púpọ̀ ó yé gbogbo wa gbogbo alamọ bó ṣe ń lọ má sọ pé o mọ bó ṣe ń lọ torí o ti ní British passport o ti ní American passport why you selfish ẹ̀yin ṣe wà selfish ẹ jẹ́ ká ro tàwọn ẹlòmíì náà. So that word again, tyranny, cruel and oppressive government. Ṣé ìjọba Tinubu ti wà tyranny tó yín tó? Ó náà yọ subsidy, àtúngbọ́pọ̀ sanwó subsidy. Wọ́n gbowó fún Betty Edu, ìyẹn kọ́kọ́ ẹran tí pọ̀ ló fún àwọn kan ní dọ́là fún lunch, ó fún ọ envelope. lunch money ìyẹn ṣíwó yẹn kàwé $1,000 owó jẹ́ nǹkan kan sí wọn. Go to Niger, River Niger, those Delta, all those areas where the crude oil is coming from. You will cry for the people where the environment and the communities where, I mean, what is meant to be the major bulk money for Nigeria as of 2022, 70% of what we earn came from the crude oil. Intimafin pete mi ara crude oil loti yo Vaseline, and you go to those regions and you ask yourself, she country live by sha. Do you know that they are meant to be the one enjoying more better than every other Nigerians? All these regions where there is crude oil. Flood is there. When there is no perfect system and drainage system, you end up getting flood. But mom see me lost in China, there's flood. But you about to roton, barabai, drain because they have a good drainage system. Lagos will build drainage system. That is another thing. So flood happens anywhere in the world. What we should focus on is our freedom. So we want video, I'm not even interested to be sharing them anymore. You need to come with a flood or a flood. Our life is in danger. What is babu come on lower? One intimidate one. So your government mo ń wòyàn kan tó ń comment because wá ti wá bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn wèrè kan wà oríṣiríṣi jàgbàjàgbà tó kàn án máa post bíbá. So my eyes is always moving around, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mobile phones with my TV. I got 2 laptops. So mo ń fẹ́ content yẹn kọ́ ni. So wá dúró tó kọ jàgbàjàgbà wá gba jásí blocking. What is the literally meaning of
tyranny?
Mo kí ọmọ Bọ́lájí Abdullahi. Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀?
Tyranny.
One of the root words of
tyranny
is the Latin tyrannia, which means the rule of tyrant. And a tyrant is a cruel master. Today, it can mean the repressive regime of a dictator, or it can also mean being controlled by something metaphorically harsh, like time and work. Is Nigeria not in that situation right now? Muki Mr. Oluwakayode Adeoye Eshegoni. Ṣẹ́rí ọ̀rọ̀ flood Lagos yẹn, wọ́n need the Èkó omi pọ̀, so wọ́n kàn need a good engineering system to plan it, but gbogbo àwọn ilé tó ń dàwó ilé kan wó ní Mushin kọ́lọ̀ forí jẹun náà mọ̀kàn jábọ́ níbẹ̀ okú níbẹ̀ or something like that. Gbogbo àwọn obìnrin ẹ̀kọ́ ti ṣe regentify ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple DRS. There's a word they use called regentify. Ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn èèyàn kúrò ládùúgbò yẹn bí a 2 years lẹ́fẹ̀fẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe ní Stanford Hill, wọ́n ṣe ní Peckham. Tẹ́ bá dé Peckham nígbà kan àwọn ilé kan wà níbẹ̀ ẹ má bínú pé because I'm just trying to let some of us know that things can be done. Wọ́n move àwọn èèyàn kúrò ní gbogbo Peckham. Àwọn ilé yẹn wọ́n ní àwọn ilé tó ti kọ́ nígbà kan tẹ́ pé tó bá wọnú bẹ̀ èmi ò débẹ̀ rí o. Àwọn estate kan wà nígbà yẹn wọ́n wó gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ tìgbà ló gé síbẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ council bíbá yìí náà pàdí government wọ́n á kọ̀ fún council ní bíi 10% wọ́n á ta ìtókù or at least. Ẹ lọ wo gbogbo elephant and council kábíyèsí Elédùmarè o 1998 ibẹ̀ mọ́ ọkọ ti lọ ṣe Christmas lọ́dọ̀ nkúmi kan kọ́lọ́ba túbọ̀ wà pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ lọ wo tó ń dánwò ní elephant and council ayé òde parẹ́ títí dẹ̀ ṣe operate everything is still working. Ṣe fi pé wọ́n lè regentify Mushin olóṣà yẹn 3 years tó bá gbé fún àwọn Yorùbá nation àwọn master planner tó máa redesign gbogbo ẹ̀ wá dẹ̀ kó gbogbo yín padà síbẹ̀ bọ̀ ẹ máa gbé nílé tó ní toilet tó ń ṣe tó máa yàgbẹ́ tó máa fomi ìjọ mo tẹ̀tí mo á yàgbẹ́ tán mo á lọ bomi ní bucket mo á dà sínú toilet ọlọ́mọ yẹn kí gbẹ̀tẹ̀ ta sólù ẹ̀ lójú later mo tẹ̀sẹ̀ gbọ́n mọ́ mi gan tẹ̀sán ní láìpẹ́ pé dábàá ti fi flush ní tèmi ò mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó da kí wọ́n máa close the toilet seat yẹn torí germs tó ń jáde nínú ẹ̀ ìyẹn lẹ́yìn wá ń ṣe ń da omi sínú ìgbẹ́ ní 21st century. Lóòótọ́ àwọn ilé kan náà wà ń bẹ̀ tó ti wà pa a ní kọ́ wó gbogbo ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọjà yẹn kọ́ wo káwá kọ́ ìgbàlódé sí bọ̀tọ́ bá wo tán wọ́n wó Tẹ́jú Oṣó àwọn kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín politician ní soríire ẹ lé gbogbo àwọn ìyá wa kúrò nínú Tẹ́jú Oṣó ẹ wá gbé fáwọn ọmọ Ìgbò àtàwọn olówó yín ẹ ní kúure ogun máa wọlé pa gbogbo yín níṣẹ́ ìwọ tó bá support wọn ò ní ṣoríire gbogbo tẹ́jú oṣù ọ̀hún táwọn ìyá yẹn ti ń tajà wọ́n lé wọn kúrò wọ́n gbé fún spa wọ́n gbé fún this wọ́n gbé fáwọn tí àwọn lè girlfriend wọn lòṣì tó lè manage torí ìsàlẹ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ jẹ tẹ́ ń leak kò ní dà fún yín orí ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ máa kú sí ẹ̀ ní kúure gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹ wo tẹ́jú oṣù táwọn ìyá yẹn ti ń ta wóróbo tó ti ń ta wóróbo mo kí bàbá wa Moses Ọláníran ibi táwọn ìyá yẹn tó ti rọra manage ayé wọn you took them away from there and then gave it away to other people that cannot even manage it. Àwọn ìyá yẹn wá bọ́ sójú orin náà ọwọ́ intimidate wọn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. What kind of life are we living? And the life yẹn lẹ́wọ́n fẹ́ ká àwọn máa ń gbé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àwọn ń pariwo Yorùbá nation àwọn náà mọ̀ tá à ń sọ kò ní dá fún ẹ. Let's go back to America. Wọ́n ní tyranny Buhari was one of them. Ṣé ká sọ pé Tinubu náà ká ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n kó jẹ́ tiwa ẹ̀wọ̀n ká sọ pé tyranny ni Tinubu pọ̀ tóun ló lọ gbé Buhari wá. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tún rán mi lọ́tí aṣímọ lọ́wọ́ ó sì sọ̀rọ̀ acne yẹn ibẹ̀ ní church ẹ̀ wà wọ́n gbàgbọ́ yẹn wọ́n tọ́kọ́ ibẹ̀ lọ́kọ́ Olympics ní 2012 mo wo program ẹ̀ kan ó dà pé ó ti fẹ́ ṣe estate I'm not here promoting him o I don't know him kò dẹ̀ sanwó fún mi o but I was just sitting down this morning he has a big project in about somewhere in Ìbẹ̀jú-Lẹ́kì massive so if you are still operating anything in Nigeria yes you can do it I haven't come out and tell you stop investing in Nigeria èmi ò ní invest in it because Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí mi wá invest síbi tí mo lè kó returns mi in that country no màá fògùn lera wa ká tó gba returns mi no but if you are one of those that still invest there you have something you are doing that's fine. Mo kí Reverend Joe Adeoye wọ́n ní I am a reverend ẹ ṣé gan ni àdúrà yẹn á máa gbà sí wọ́n ní thank you for saying the truth it's bitter tẹ́lẹ̀ àwa náà mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà bó ṣe rí nìyẹn I support Super Eagles we were doing what we are meant to love jollof fries go to Nigerian party Yorùbá party ló yẹ ká máa pè which Nigerian party ṣé Nàìjíríà ló ń ṣe èkuru kó tá à ń jẹ ṣé Nàìjíríà ló ní culture yẹn àwa la ní culture yẹn so we didn't know before now that our conscious mind is telling us that Koiki tó tẹ̀ ń sọ lójoojúmọ́ yìí only we are not Nigerians ìwọ́dẹ̀ yes birth certificate mi ni mo fi gba driver license nílùú yìí provisional license mi the small birth certificate nígbà tí mo wọ̀ lùí òun ni mo fi gba driver license mi it's because we didn't know but nígbà kan rí ṣé birth certificate yẹn ṣé Nàìjíríà lọ kọ sí ní 1913 bàbá mi sùn lòdù ní investing in Nigeria is like fetching water into the basket mo ṣe program ní Bankole mi mo ṣàlàyé fún yín dropping water in the basket too many holes ti wà nù Nigeria many holes tí Bọ́lá Tinubu bá di ẹyọ kan àwọn olóṣì kan á tún lọ ṣí táàpù bì kan kò dẹ̀ lè monitor gbogbo tó wà Nàìjíríà kò lè monitor ẹ̀ details tẹ máa fi support wa ló ń post sínú gbogbo platform wa mo kí n lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin reverence fathers wa ìyẹn mo ti máa ń sọ ẹ má we are not Koiki wọ́n gbé Christianity fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ let anybody do their religion ẹ má fọ̀rọ̀ religion sínú Yorùbá nation movement yes you can talk about them but don't criticize them because they will think that torí à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ni torí ẹ fi gbé ẹbọ wá ni náà kí ni ọ̀rọ̀ ẹbọ kọ́ lélẹ̀ I want you to have ìmàlọ́ vote ní sìn mo ń prepare ni tí bá ti bá rí program mo lọ tẹ̀ka no intimidation kódà òtẹ̀ níwọ̀n kan vote wàá kọ́ ra wọlé hello àti dáhùn tó jókòó síbẹ̀ hello how are you good afternoon how you doing wọn náà kí wọn can you give us your card mi wà lẹ́yìn mi bẹ́ẹ̀ àfún wọn you have any ID adé your driver license ẹ jáde àtẹ̀síbẹ̀ má yọ Nigerian passport Nigerian passport ìwọ gbé Nigerian passport débẹ̀ which country is this Nigeria Nigeria so let's go back again to this independence because we're almost 2 hours and then the last hour will be tẹ́ bá fẹ́ pè wọlé the line is still open if otherwise the program ends in the next 1 hour then later tún máa padà wá Ọlọ́run fún mi lálàáfíà àwa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa báwo election ṣe lọ if I'm out there if I think I need to do short videos I'll do if otherwise don't worry too much okay but if you're in UK and you are still one of those that pray for Nigeria but you can go and vote without any intimidation are you thinking again or you just think that you should be the only one enjoying good political atmosphere? So let's go back again to the US. They argued that George III had no real power over the American colonies by taking a stand against the tyranny, which is what Igboho did that wanted to kill him, of the king, the Americans sought to gain the sympathy of the British people. The colonies also argued that they had no representation in Parliament and therefore Britain should not tax them. Something always leads to something. So I'm now going to go into the... Hey, Uncle Mito Fuminikin, like I said, he died last year. He just shock for me. He was the one that came with this, to UK last year. She had to take 2 years, no, last year, no, not 2 years, they say. The year before, not last year. So I'm reading now from the history.state.gov. One day, the Yoruba will have their official website for the government. Women 36 plead guilty to murdering parents. Headline. What, Koiki, please, if you have the strength, just show the Nigerian. I'm sure one there. So, this is the office of the historian. All right, Koikimedia, OLAYOMI KOIKI, which is Instagram live there, because I believe a caller is calling through from this one. Thank you so much, Mr. Raji Kolapo, Mr. Ewudin 1, Everything Temi, Olu 003, Shine Olaleye, and the rest of you, hello Darapomawa Ishegoni. So let's pick that call. I don't know who's calling, but let's see if we can pick that call. Okay. Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ṣé fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ní sà? Bàbá àgbàlagbà, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa. Ẹ ti wà lórí ẹ̀sà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ bá wa sọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much for calling.
Gbogbo àwọn tó ní Nàìjíríà àjà náà làdúrà tá a gbà tá a fi wo 60 club yìí o. So wọ́n máa gbà títí tí wọ́n máa fi wọ 60 club, wọ́n máa fi wọ 70 èyí tó máa lọ jẹ́ ọlọ́run ní Nàìjíríà àjà náà ni o. Nípa nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ń pa àpò yẹn ni pé iṣẹ́ rí bẹ́ ṣe máa ń sọ wípé iṣẹ́ àwọn èèyàn wa ò deserve ìgbé ayé tó ní ìtumọ̀. Ìgbé ayé tó ní ìtumọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ kó fún ilé example. Ọmọ mi ń sìn just 17-18 ó wà ní ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde grade 12 ni. So wọ́n máa ń lọ sí school during school time. Wọ́n á ní ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ní electoral officer, library, kò ṣàfihàn holiday job. So òun mú ó di electoral something. Ọmọ secondary school bí SS 1, 2, 3 wọ́n lò fẹ́ election. Wọ́n ò tí lè gbò. So ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ níjọ́ Saturday and Sunday. Ó ṣe ń gba primary wọn, ó tún ti á electoral ṣáà lọ níbi 6 ní bóyá bí 8 alẹ́ àdégọ́. Àjẹ́lọ́bì fún bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ó ti àgbà almost 15,150 USD. Ọmọ mi ra fóònù kí nígbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ò lè ra ọmọ mi ra fóònù 1,004.
Wà á kíni kan nígbà tó ní sẹ́ńdì owó lọ sí Nàìjíríà.
Wọ́n á sọ wípé àpòníjọ máa mú fóònù lọ Nàìjíríà ó ní wáì.
Ọlọ́pàá máa wọnú ẹ̀ ni.
Wọ́n á ṣírò conversion yẹn fún owó kí is that figure money kò lè yẹ. Money, you say that money is what some people earn in 2 years. But Koriro. So these are the way they take all these children out of crime. During the holidays, you can go to library and work. You can go to a lecture officer, electoral officer. If you buy they pay you, immediately you finish working. So they have that opportunities. But in Nigeria, they don't have that. I hope our people will see. Back to Lekki so
yes.
Lagos State is below sea level. There's a professor who saw about 2010, only in 20 to 30 years time, Lagos will sink and find itself inside the Atlantic Ocean. Recently, estate, Lekki, those areas are floodplains. In Dubai geography, they are floodplains. Any drop of Omi, Ojo, Ibrahim are flooded. That flood is not ordinary flood. It's salt water. It's salt water and it's going to affect the foundation of those soils. So those who are investing there, good luck to them. For diaspora like you and me, please, we are their ATM. I can't go there and invest and come and fight anybody from here. I can't. There's one guy, man of thought, who's talking about scams to in real estate business. In 10 years this time, another government might come and say illegal and they can demolish it. There's somebody here whose house was among those demolished recently. That woman, who can stop in Nigeria. Nigeria, security duplex no matter for you or whatever, you just in the color. So time in the company access, am I calling him, I feel him, I give back. If you rent me, I don't feel they can't.
About a friend about a friend return to the Pada.
Ọlọ́tí return tó bá máa tẹ̀ fún yín ní return ǹjọ́ tí ẹni tó ń gbélé bá ti mọ̀ pé tó nílé ìlú òyìnbó ló wà lè rí return kankan gbà. The next thing you want to prove yourself, they will be after your life. So if somebody has retired, you want to go and settle in Nigeria, then you can go for Juaje Koniso, who be prefer rallies, I know the effect of water. In 1980, during Ogunpa, the more effect of water. So I can't, and I take geography, so I can't buy a house close to those areas. So people there, just know that regular flooding is your because Lagos is below sea level.
Eshigoni. Oh, let's go here. We are not here to.
There's no environmental impact assessment. Nigeria can change. Coastal highway. More share environmental impact assessment. One day we can pipe cable go and bell. One day we can pipe go and bell. So we are calling about the to bury on more shit. So Bushra is a country where abnormality is seen as normal.
Eshigoni. Thank you so much. Eshigoni Baba. Well, if you want to call in as well, like I said, it's an interactive platform. Emma worry Nipa Butan Brown politician. Let's focus on the message itself. The line to call in to speak to us right here, to be participating in the program, at least for the next 1 hour, which I have, because my stomach is saying I need to go and have something to eat. +44 74 04405917. Koikimedia team about fee number wasita in case we have 1 or 2 people that still want to call in as well. Moke Elen say Omobolaji Abdullah in diaspora is facing a lot in the zoo. Moke Wenta wa lenu share doctors, nurses, Babawa Reverend Joe Adeoye so the man is talking now. Baba talk with Latin America. He's saying the reality. All that area is a swampy area. They have not seen anything yet. Like I said, you have the right to, invest wherever you want to. Nobody will tell you not to do otherwise. Mr. Bankole Clement and Mr. Koiki Ema Kushe Ọlọ́run kò ní fi yín sílẹ̀ abo ẹ̀ a máa dájú lórí yín pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹbí yín, which is the most important prayer that is valuable for people like us here, because it is not easy coming out facing multiple different faces. Some of them we don't even know what they have in their intention, but whatever your intention is, Ọlọ́run máa borí gbogbo yín. Once again, if you want to call in, please do so. Let's quickly now go back again to the office of the historian. Milestone from 1776 to 1783. Note to the readers, milestone in the history of the U.S. foreign relation has been retired and is no longer maintained. The Declaration of Independence. By issuing the Declaration of Independence adopted by the Continental Congress on the 4th of July 1776, the 13 American colonies served their political connections to Great Britain. The declaration summarized the colonies' motivations for seeking independence. By declaring themselves an independent nation, the American colonies were able to confirm an official alliance with the government of France and obtain French assistance in the war against Great Britain. Now, this is where I want Yoruba people to think out of the box. You want us to go and declare. I am not talking about Duponitiri declaration, because that is not a declaration. That is just another fraud. If you're going to declare in Nigeria, you don't have the weapon to protect yourself and the people that you want to declare on top. You don't have another country that will come out automatically and say, this country known as Yoruba Nation, we are backing them straight away. So anytime you declare, as an example, and one country to know níbo. I'm just asking some of you gullibles. Anytime you understanding. Nígbà to make a declaration, àwọn ìlú tó náà ń communicate tó máa ń kọ lẹ́tà sí yẹn níbo làwọn ìlú yẹn wà. None of those countries came out to even endorse her, not to talk about giving her protection against you, the masses, the people. So when some of you come out and talk that, oh, àtìgbà ìyá mi kíkẹ́ lọ́mọ number ten pèsè yẹn kọ́ lè máa pèsè, I'm not going to pick it from there. Studio number is a studio number. I know you want to add to the input, but you're calling the wrong number. Now share number yẹn pẹ̀lú yín. By now I expect somebody like you to have our studio number. So lẹ́ǹkan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹ má bínú, I'm just trying to tell that person. ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pè wá studio number nìkan ní kẹ́ pè. Mo kí Ọlákúnlé káàárọ̀ báwo ni. Mo kí ìyàwó Mary Cavoso, thanks for the truth, sir. I am enjoying what you are saying, sir. Please let them know the truth and what is right. So when some of you are saying that Dupe Onitiri make a declaration, even America that decided about 1776 to declare they needed France to support them on that mission. So why some of you are saying, Carlo declare, so that kí wọ́n lè fi sójà kan fi pa gbogbo wa dànù. Ẹgbọ́n sókè yà wá, à ń gbọ́ yín. It's okay.
Àwọn politician yẹn òwúrẹ̀ ni wọ́n. Ẹni tó bá lọ kọ́kọ́ má ṣe pé fún because àwọn náà gba àwọn náà lé everybody síta. Ní Nàìjíríà yẹn, àwọn kan ojú wọn sì dúdú. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n kàwé lọ gidi tó wà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn. Bí máa di ọkọ jíjọ sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá tó sọ pé mùmúnà wà náà tẹ̀lé bàbá kí tó yá ti tòun. Ní pé àwa sọ pé Yorùbá ni wá, pé àti Egypt àti.
For any time, distance here. Let's hope she comes back. I'm going ẹgbọ́n sókè padà. Yeah.
Ó ní èèyàn kan ṣì wà lánàá tó ìpínlẹ̀ ti jọ sọ̀rọ̀ láti jọ. Àwọn ọba fẹ́ gba Yorùbá ní ṣó tó mọ̀ wá. Ó ní pé kí ni pé Yorùbá táwọn pera wa jẹ́ pé àti Egypt làwa ti ṣàn wá. Pé ṣáwa mọ̀ tó mọ Yorùbá táwọn pera wa yẹn.
Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n dáhùn níbẹ̀ yẹn. Tó bá tẹ̀ ẹ́ pé láti Egypt láti ṣàn wá, or wherever bí tapá ti ṣàn wá. Àná afẹ́ dá dúró ni kí nìyẹn ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ibìkan láti ṣàn wá. Àná afẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà àfẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ̀. Ó ní ọ̀nà ṣàn wá láti. I don't think some people have brains. Àná afẹ́ kúrò nínú ìlú tí a wà nínú ẹ̀ ń sọ pé a ṣàn wá láti ibìkan. So torí a ṣàn wá láti ibìkan yẹn ká wà nínú Nàìjíríà. Mo ń gbọ́ níjà rẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, ìyá mi má bínú.
Ìgbà tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ, ó lè fi jọ Fúlàní, oríṣiríṣi bá wà lálọ́ jáde níjọ́ sí ní àná pé èdè tó wà nínú àwọn ọmọ tó ní tìrì náà ti tàbí ní pé àwọn ọmọ onítìrì ni pé àwa pé bàbá mi tó yá ti gbòòwò làwa tẹ̀lé. Ó lè mi ní gẹ́ ọ̀yọ́, mo ní ṣe mo jọ ní mo lóun kan mo láàbùrò ẹ̀ mo ní wọ́n jọ ìlú jọra wọn. Ìgbà tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ ó lè mi jọ Fúlàní, bí tẹ̀mí wo rà mí níwájú mìíràn, wípé mi jọ Fúlàní ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ti sọ̀rọ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ti kú mi. Mo ní èwo lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó ní common sense, mo fẹ́ kó ní common sense mi. Mo nígbà tẹ́ pé wọ́n gbádùn ìwọ́n rí oúnjẹ méjì àtẹ́mẹ́ta jẹ. Mo ní àwọn tó wà rí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sọ́fà tó ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ jẹ. Mo ṣe fún mi yẹn. Wọ́n pé jáde nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn náà àwọn ìlọ́sì wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n dà sí jẹ́ pé wọ́n.
Ojú wọn dúdú gan. Bó ṣe àtàkọ́ ọmọ mi kan náà wọ́n ní ó ń tẹ̀lé Kóìkì nǹkan kan. Ojú wọn dúdú gan ní Nàìjíríà yẹn kò ṣe kékeré o.
Ẹni tí wọ́n sọ ẹgbẹ́ ó kàwé o.
Ìwé kẹ̀.
Mo sọ mo ní ẹni tó àwọn tó kàwé gan wọ́n ní common sense ju ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ kàwé. Mo ní ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ti sọ ẹni tí ẹ ti ní ó kọ́ bí ẹ wò kọ́ ti fóònù mọ́ létí pé wèrè lélẹ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ènìyàn tẹ̀ sọ pẹ̀lú bí Nàìjíríà mo ní ṣé bí ìrìn ẹ̀sìn rí lódà everything don want it everything. Olórí burúkú làwọn politician yẹn sí èrò pé yẹ káwọn èèyàn ṣì máa support àwọn politician yẹn because olórí burúkú ti gbogbo wọn. Mo wá sọ fún wọn wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé ipe ní ìsìn òkè Nàìjíríà ò dá everybody ń sá káàkiri anybody ibi tí anybody bá tẹ̀lé adé ní gbogbo everybody ń sá kúrò Nàìjíríà kó kíkọ́ sí. Mo ní ọ̀kan tó wà ní passport office ní pàṣẹ ló sọ fún mi bọ́lá lọ́wọ́ tó wá ń pòjù ní passport tó ló mú bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó lẹ́gbẹ̀bọ̀dì fẹ́ já pàṣẹ lọ́dúnbọ̀dì fẹ́ sá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ó ní tó gbogbo bá ṣèjọba lórí ẹran pé ajá àti ewúrẹ́ ó ní wọ́n máa ṣèjọba lé wọn lórí lọ́sẹ̀ tó kù. Níbi kan nǹkan náà kọ́ níbi iṣẹ́ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ̀ nípa kúrò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ níjà. Ìlú yìí ò dáa rárá kọ́lọ́ ń gbà wá kọ́lẹ́ ìlú bá wà gbà Yorùbá nìṣẹ́ ní báwa náà wà ní ọ̀fíìsì kóòtù ìgbà fẹ́ padà nǹkan tó yẹ fún ìwà ní ìwà ìgbà àbọ̀ ní ìlànà ó kẹta ló ká wà ní ìwà gbà tí ó sì fẹ́ tó
ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá wa thanks so much. Ẹ má bínú because mo ti ń lọ ṣe tíì mi díẹ̀ because látàárọ̀ àti mo tíì aago kan ti lù láì gbàwẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà pẹ̀lú wa. Rahim Abbas ní dúpẹ́ náà wèrè woman. Olakunle ní education doesn't mean you are civilized. Omobolaji ní wèrè people plenty in the zoo. More people eyes are blind. Ṣé this notion that àwọn tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation yẹn okay tẹ́ ẹ bá tẹ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá what we are asking is that we want an independent country away from the current state of what is known as Nigeria. Intan bere fún nìyẹn. So for the fact that wá ní intan sọ yẹn kò make sense or that into ma make sense ó ń bọ̀ wá lọ́dọ̀ yín láìpẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká play video yìí kí n lè fi parí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń ṣe nísàlẹ̀ yẹn. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa. Lẹ́yìn bí akatúkọ̀ gbọ́ ilé díẹ̀ torí pé èmi kọ́ mo sọ intan àwọn wòlíì Ọlọ́run sọ ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ilé. Náà kàn ṣe lè mú tẹ̀kọ́ wá fi play. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ gbọ́ ilé náà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nílé ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi. America mo kí yín pé happy Independence Day for every single one of you tí ẹ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà. Bàbá kílẹ̀ sọ mò ń gbọ́ yín. Báyìí tí mo ṣe tí mi lọ.
Ẹ gbọ́ listen. Mo dẹ̀ wá rí àsíá mẹ́ta and I saw 3 flags. Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Write it down. Nàìjíríà máa pé mẹ́ta. Nigeria will be divided into 3. Okay. Rabashka. Elokole. Write it down. Thus says the Lord. In the month of October, November,
Nigeria be expired in 2014. Ẹ jáwọ́ nínú ẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún kólúkúlùkù máa lọ. Káwa Yorùbá ká lọ bójú tó ọ̀rọ̀ ara wa. A ní ìdègbò kí láti lò. A ní lo tablet àgbòlání àti èpè ńláńlá bí ayélujára bí lẹ́ràn bí àṣàtálá bí àwọn nǹkan tá a ní ìdè nìyẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. A ní nígbà tí wọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú tó kún bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ níbi Second World War. Ẹ̀mọ̀kan tó mú ìdí ẹ̀sìn ni. Wọ́n yìnbọn sí Yorùbá kò rán. Wọ́n sọ alága kò rán. Wọ́n mú lábẹ́ kò rán. Wọ́n ṣe wọ́n dìbò tó ní wọ́n fẹ̀ jáde. Nínú àwọn ìwọ̀n lẹ́yìn kí ni a máa lọ fi táwọn náà ẹ̀sìn agbéwálé wọn lọ́wọ́. Ìyẹn ní kìrìsìtánì. Ẹ wo wèrè wáṣá. Ẹ wo wèrè nígbà tó wá yá wọ́n tó wá kóògùn jáde àwọn Abẹ́òkúta àwọn olókìlẹ̀ àwọn British lọ. Wọ́n gbòògùn lórí iṣẹ́ wọ́n gbòògùn sínú bàtà wọ́n gbòògùn sínú oúnjẹ wọn náà ṣe bá dé wọ́n kò yìnbó l'Abẹ́òkúta ó padà délé òtútù sí. Ẹ wo wèrè. Wọ́n pa Abíọ́lá wọ́n gbẹ́jọba fún sọ́nẹ́gàn ṣé gómìnà fi ṣe wèrè. Wọ́n pa Abíọ́lá wọ́n ní kájú ọba àgbàdo kúkú àtọ̀túnmọ̀ ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ tí ó bá jẹ́ kí tẹ̀mọ àlè tó yẹ kó gbà. Nítorí ajé wèrè. Nítorí ajé wèrè. Nítorí ajé wèrè.
Mo wà ní background mo kàn ń ṣe 1 or 2 things ní ọmọ tí ì lọ mò ń bọ̀ ẹ káfọ́ máa gbọ́ àwọn fídíò ìmọ̀ ń bọ̀ ẹ má bínú sí wa.
These Jaya people, they did deceive you. Why do they do like this? People like this now. One day you must ask them, oh, you're not going to ask them. You must ask. When the time is ready, we go ask. Everybody say, yeah.
Now, we play longer version, and that way, Mati prep around me. Then we come. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ tí pásítọ̀ yìí sọ. màá gbé kámẹ́rà wọn wá sọ síwájú sọ lè máa rí ìtọ́sọ̀ mo ń jó tì mí lẹ́yìn ni àfi máa mú níwájú yín ni pẹ̀lú búrẹ́dì ẹlòmíì lè máa láìkẹ̀ pé ilé tó ń fi búrẹ́dì kan nù tí yìí Koiki irú kí lélẹ́yìí kẹ̀.
While the devastation was on, I did not keep quiet. Do not hold me responsible, because while the madness was on, I did not sit on the fence. I kept on shouting that the revenge of the poor is at the corner unless we change our course. And if we do not change our course, we will end up where we are headed. And where we are headed is devastation, is destruction, is violent revolution. I rest my case.
It's a violent revolution.
I have been sick of this problem. I have been sick of this controversy over living wage or minimum wage. And I believe that something is seriously wrong with the heads of many of our leaders. How can anyone who earns 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, not to talk of people who earn 1 million, 2 million, how can they go to sleep in good conscience every day? How can they go to sleep in good conscience and come out to sit down in a boardroom to discuss the sustainability or otherwise of paying 60,000 to the poorest of workers? How can we go to bed and sleep, all those who belong to the elite, who earn 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 1 million? How can you go to sleep in good conscience, I say, if you still have any conscience? How can you go to sleep in good conscience and come out to be debating? I hear people on TV, I watch people on TV, experts, economic experts, corporate executives, government officials, who are taking home more than $1 million in a month. And they are there arguing that 60,000 or over will destroy the economy, is not sustainable. How wicked! You give 60,000 to a poor worker, a poor worker who may have a family of 2 or 3 or 4, for his feeding, for his accommodation, for his house rent, for his medical care, for his children's school fees. How wicked, how blind. How can we do that? And we think that God will bless our country. We think that it is by bringing a new national anthem for God to bless our country. How can you commit this crime against humanity? For me, this is a crime against humanity. Because the poor people who cannot afford to buy gari, I'm not saying they will buy that they are to buy sardino. I'm saying buy gari, poor people who cannot buy gari. I'm not talking of meat or fish. Poor people are dying because they have no money to cure malaria. How can you go to sleep in good conscience? Those of us who belong to the elite, how can we go to sleep with good conscience and we are debating and we are discussing and we vote 500 million naira to meet and debate about paying 60,000 to the poor? My dear friends, I see this as a new form of apartheid. Nigeria is one of the most unequal societies in the entire world. A society where it's like the animal farm. A society where we have conspicuously rich people, people who are living in conspicuous consumption, and others who are in deplorable, dehumanizing poverty. If you have somebody in this country that takes home 1 million naira, I mean 1 million, I'm not talking of 30 million naira, 1 million naira in the month, and he can open his mouth to be part of a discussion about the poor getting 60,000 naira. I say anyone who earns up to 1 million naira in the month should keep his or her mouth shut when he hears them debating about taking 60,000 for the poor.
Okay.
More than 60 years after independence, we are running an apartheid society. This time it's not racial apartheid, it's economic apartheid. We are running an apartheid society of people of conspicuous consumption, flying in private jets around at government expense, people who are riding 4, 5, 6, 7 SUVs with pilot vehicles, chasing the poor out of the road, and poor people you are debating, you are discussing, you are over 60,000 for the poor. You insult the poor by saying 30,000, and later you say 48,000, okay. And now you say 60,000, and you pay more than 60,000, you come out with 62,000.
Okay.
You insult poor Nigerians.
Unbelievable.
I say there is hardly any society I know that is as divided as the Nigerian society. Okay. And a society that is so divided is just sitting on a keg of gunpowder. I have warned here before that the revenge of the poor is at the corner. The revenge of the poor is at the corner. I am not calling for it, but it will happen as night follows the day.
That's the man talking.
Because when you so reduce people, you reduce people to this dehumanizing level. Okay. Nature does not allow a situation of islands of affluence amidst a sea of poverty. Okay. Nature does not allow it.
Okay.
And let me warn those in the elite. Let me warn those in the tripartite committee of government.
Don't say Koiki. We will change sorrow. Also in a very but the revenge of the poor mean pé crisis ń bọ̀, anarchy ń bọ̀, wèrè ń bọ̀. Mo kí brother mi Allen Kondi, onídúpọ̀ onítìrì olórí burúkú 2x2 Jezebel ìjàlọ declaration. Brother mi Sikiru Adéwálé a máa gbọ́ bàbá ìtàn. Only many bastards who are talking about one Nigeria, especially Yorubas. I want to tell them to tell me the real language and the real culture. Who is the real indigenous of Nigeria between Yoruba, Igbos, and the Hausas? Keep the comment flowing. Babami Reverend Olukayode Adeoye Joe Wani cement it the 8,200 naira, slate it the 5,100 naira, petrol ni rural area 675 to 800, Lagos to Kwara State. Gari paint plastic 4,000 naira. What any sister mi kan tó ń ta gari? Ẹ bá mi support ẹ. Èyí tí máa ń repost yẹn lórí Koikimedia Odùduwà. Ẹ bá mi support ẹ. Ó lọ́mọ tó ní disability lọ́wọ́, physical challenge. I've known her for years now on Facebook. At the family. I don't promote any businesses because mo lè wá jẹ́ kẹ́ máa fi phone lé mi. Hey Koiki, ẹni tó ní ká lọ rajà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Tí mo gbé sórí nísìn is too heavy. Kì í tún máa lé. Kò ń ṣe pé mo fi máa bá yín promote business yẹn and all that. But I can't afford to get into any other problem that way. Eléyìí tá gbé dání is a massive problem we are trying to deal with. Awúṣe àfọ̀gbóhùn bàbá mi Ganiu Suraju Alabi mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí mo kí gbogbo ìtawà lórí sharp boy mo kí sir. Thank you so much. We are still here discussing about the American independence, the UK election, and also how important was your INEC election. Triple DRS Egbomi Ayubani, a lot of people will be exiled when Yoruba Nation come to reality. People like Dapo Abiodun and all those set of them. Baba,
let me warn
one word
that it is in the course of nature.
Okay.
That when a predator continues to devour the very resources that the predator needs for his own sustenance.
I love that.
Nature
so
will
let me our politicians, what this man is ever pé mi fariwo ṣe ni ìyẹn ló ṣe dàbí pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi bàbá ìrora ń sọ̀rọ̀ predator ó gbọ́dọ̀ survive. So the Nigerians wants to survive and they will do whatever needs to be done. Don't come and pray for it. We have prayed for them, they refuse to listen. This time around is no more prayer. Okay? So it's about to go down. How soon is what we don't know. We're the country.
Equilibrium. In order to have a measure of equilibrium. Nature is about balance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All of nature is about balance. And human beings are part of nature.
Okay.
And Nigerians are part of nature.
Okay.
If the predator who needs the animals in the kingdom, it needs the animals to survive. If it is recklessly devouring the very animals it needs for its own survival, if it is devouring it recklessly and senselessly, nature will step in.
These are Nigerians.
And remove the predator so that they can be balanced
in the animal kingdom.
System, in the ecosystem.
Ecosystem.
Let me warn.
Let him warn.
That all those who are in government.
I
have not confirmed that there are people taking home almost 30 million. And you have the guts. And you have the temerity to sit down, and your conscience allows you to sit down to discuss about 60,000 naira for poor worker for the whole month.
They are coming to chop you.
The one that has all the opportunities.
Nigerians will shop una. Shop una. Oh my jayini tutu ni. Oh my jayini tutu ni. My jayini tutu. Wicked people. If you want no motor air condition, can you want ninu korope? I mean, the London buses sometimes could be very warm and hot, but sometimes later when you're consuming, because people open the window. The air condition is meant to be working, but we all open the window. Okay. They will chop you. They say they play. Koiki, can't happen. All this thing you're talking about is not going to happen. Who is going to push for it? We are praying that push will happen soon. That's our own prayer. I will make sure I destroy Nigeria using my educational awareness. Not with weapon. I don't have any weapon. I know, Nibon. But this one where they do I just had, slice of bread with tea. I have another energy to push. As me, they push, my Yegun general, they push. The Yedara, they push. Omoluka, they push. The Biafra, I want you there, the Biafrans, those ones are even madder than us. They are not interested in anything anymore called Nigeria. Hate them or like them, let everybody go their separate ways. If I feel that I should go and live in the Biafra country, I will go. There are some countries I will never go and live. Iran, I won't go to Iran. There are countries I can't go. Because if you go there now, there are some things you go and say you can be in problem. So it'll be like that. If I think that I can go and do business in the north, I'll go and do business there. For now, let everybody go their separate ways. Stop fooling yourself that you have a country called Nigeria. Yes, it's called Nigeria, but it's not actually Nigeria because we never got independent. Hey, Bishop Adesina, anytime ekpe wole, ani ekpe lana ekpe, ati mi so yin now. Ẹ̀yin kan dẹ̀ máa ń fumble díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀pà. Ẹ pè wọlé a máa bá yín jà o. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ ní platform yìí. Mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń pawó ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹnìkan lẹ̀ ń pawó. Ẹ pè wọlé kẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Kàtẹ́ gbọ́hùn yín dẹ̀. Kẹ́ wá fún wa ní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Wọ́n ní Kenya saga is a litmus test. Àwọn òyìnbó ńláńlá. Somebody is watching me from New Zealand. Hello, how are you? You're right. How's New Zealand? What time is it in New Zealand? I guess you're almost late in the night. One day I will visit New Zealand. I can't wait. But I need money. Support you. Bishop, about this time, wọlé ká gbọ́ voice yín díẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ bàbá ìtàndílẹ̀. Okay, Bishop ti ń pè. Bishop ò pè wá. A máa bá yín jà o. Bishop, a máa fáwọn yín lórí platform wa o. Àwọn tó fẹ́ pè ti pè wọlé wọn náà àrùn lórí Bishop. Ó yẹ bá gbóhùn sókè alàgbà wa tó ń pè. Alàgbà tó ń pè gbóhùn sókè ti wọlé o. Nàìjíríà. Àgbọ̀yìn dáadáa o, kò clear o, àgbọ̀yìn o. Ẹyọ APC yẹn, ẹyọ APC tẹ máa ń lò Nàìjíríà yẹn, ẹ̀yẹ yọ ká lè gbọ̀yìn dáadáa. Ẹ̀rọ káwọn APC yẹn, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ló máa lọ kó wá fake ni. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń kó wá fake ni, ọ̀kọ́ original wa. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ọ̀rẹ́ mi, kí ni kàn wọ́n, kọ́ ta jà ní. Tó bá dẹ̀ lágbára fún wọn báyìí wọ́n máa dìjà ní ṣàpọ̀n ni, wọ́n á fọ́gi mọ́ ẹ lórí. Ó yá gbóhùn sókè. À ń try, a máa gbìyànjú díẹ̀díẹ̀. Bí akíndẹ̀kọ̀ gbé sí speaker lọ́dọ̀ tèmi bí ẹ̀kọ́ sà. Ó yá ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ là ń gbọ́ yín. Ó bẹ́tà báyìí nísìnyí. Àwa ni owó àjọ ń ṣe ni, owó alájọ lè tò. Shout out to my brothers from the Biafra side.
So ọ̀rọ̀ ìdúntọ́ ń pè ní location 419 yìí ó ní agbára.
Tí bá gbọ́ yín dáadáa, ibi location 9 lẹ ti ń pè wá right, ká kọ́kọ́ get clarification. Ṣé ká kọ́kọ́ bí ní ìbéèrè bí méjì àbí kí n jẹ́ kẹ́yìn kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tiyín náà ìwúlẹ̀ fẹ́nu méjèèjì. A ti ń ṣe election nínú Nàìjíríà láti ọdún yìí. Ìjẹ́ election ta tún máa ṣe tó ń bọ̀, ìjọ máa dájú yìí tí a ṣẹ̀ ṣe lọ kẹwàá sọ tọ̀dọ̀ tí ẹ lè sọ gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. Màá dẹ̀ fún yín as much time ẹgbọ́n sókè. Kò èmi gan láti jẹ́ kíkùn mi káwọn ọ̀ràn mi kọ́ lè rè láti bẹ̀.
Election tó ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà, there is no election since 1999 as much as I can remember. It's election from 1999 láti ìgbà tó gbé Ọbásanjọ́ wá láti prison. He was being elected by the cabal to come and be the president láti fi compensate àwọn Yorùbá. The one also he did, the second time also, he elected himself also. Nobody voted for him. The third one, Tiyaradua again. His selection upon selection, this is what he So it has been selection. There is no election in Nigeria as since 1999. It's been a selection. So the system has been so corrupt, and as the OT was so bad, there is no remedy for the system anymore. Kò sí solution. The only solution to one is let everybody go a separate way. Some people are starting realizing it, while some people are still being adamant that Oshimada, Lodun, what you pay 50, what you pay 40, what you pay 60, what you pay Oshimada, you don't know to get that. So to tell you how bad it is, brother, Tebara a tuber of yam now. 4,000 naira to Itokereju. Just like with 4,000 naira, you can buy as much as 3-4 tubers of yam, tomato, bidada. In terms of pepper, or in terms of what? Now, even some people that expect to come and complain, see what in come. Don't I want to shock absorber. Then you won't come the big boys, what you call big boys. What you call everybody.
Wow.
If Dangote can pick up,
wow.
Touching everybody. Are you talking people working in the banking sector? It's touching them. Are you talking about people that are working in the oil sector? It's touching them.
Okay.
But everybody is feeling the heat. Because before, if you can do 100,000, 20,000, now the worth of 200,000 is just like the 20 to 30,000 if I'm not exaggerating.
So Eje can be now because we love when people call us from home. I have not been to Nigeria now for some time now, as many of you know, and I've been warned not to come to Nigeria because they will kidnap me. They will probably take me away like that. Yati. And I appreciate when people say, Koiki, don't listen to all these bastards telling you to come to Nigeria. Fake Yoruba. Anybody what Jawa? Some more that they were only fake Yoruba nation. Mama fori egbe pe ni bibai, okay? Ma fi daddy àti mommy etayin, because I don't know what you mean by fake Yoruba nation. Eba mi da lohun. Ke mi to fún lésì.
Ara àwọn crumbs Italy, ara àwọn tó pé oraisa. Tó pé tó ma ti fún ni de ka rice kan tó ma jẹ fún ọdún mẹ́rin. Tó pé they don't have future, they don't have plans for themselves. I don't know why some people are still fooling themselves.
So Nigeria ni ko fake. So the Nigeria Yoruba nation ba fake, because it's not a country yet, but we're still clamoring and asking for it. So shey mo n be Mr. Samuel Adewale, shey Nigeria ni ko fake. Nigeria is a country. Mo n bi ni o eba mi comment, and I know some of you are not Yorubas anyway. E kan lórúkọ Yoruba ni, there's nothing new to that anymore. You could be a bastard Fulani or Hausa, and if you are a Yoruba, olórí burúkú tí bàbá àti ìyá àtọwọn tó dọ́gba. Torí àwọn bàbá tó fi dípò wá sórí platform tó ní fake Yoruba nation. Ṣé Nàìjíríà ni country tó ń fake? Olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè.
Because of
ọmọ 46 years old ni lánàá mo mọ̀ bí ẹ wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú mi brother mi 46 years old Báyọ̀ Dòsùnmú ó earning £196,000 lọ́dún as a chief executive of Lambert. Nígbà tó convert owó ẹ̀ sí náírà ó lọ sí 380 something million naira. 46 years old wọ́n wá charge fún ó drive àti kò ní insurance àti class A control drug. Ó máa appear ní magistrate ní on the 1st of August. Mo ti ní kí wọ́n rán mi létí àwọn back end team mi màá try láti lọ sí ibẹ̀ lọ gbé dòzẹ́nì náà wá. Ọmọ 46 years old ó earn £196,000 as a chief executive. Olórí burúkú wọ nísìn Samuel Adéwálé tó wá forí ẹgbẹ́ pè ní bíbá. Torí tó bá ti pé ó wá forí ẹgbẹ́ pè ní tó bá mo tó máa sọ èwo ni fake Yorùbá nation. Number one, àìtí gba country. We have not told you àwọn òṣèdúpọ̀ ní tìrì tó náà ti gba country. so má forí bàbá àti yẹ náà àfi tan yín lórí platform yìí ọmọ àlè ẹgbọ́n sókè mò ń gbọ́ yín brọ́dà mi a sì ń gbádùn yín ẹgbọ́n sókè à ń gbádùn yín lọ. network látọ̀dọ̀ wọn cause jẹ́jẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ là ń gbádùn yín jàre ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ là ń gbádùn yín. network bí ojú ti rọ̀ ní nàìjíríà problem tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn mo kí Mr. Testimony Ògúntọ̀nà network náà ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ à ń gbọ́ yín mo mọ̀ pé network ni ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. network kò jẹ́ ká gbádùn ọ̀dà bí network yẹn ó ń really fluctuate bí sójú ọ̀rọ̀ lánàá náà bí lẹ́ẹ̀ni because that's always the problem in Nigeria. I'm going to let him go because I think we catch a lot out of him. He was able to tell us ẹ tó bá fẹ́ pè wọlé the number mama repeat it actually ní time +447 404 405 917. So don't come here and talk down Yoruba. Moke Silva Badmus. Oh well, yes, he said this is not like if it doesn't sorrow and the franchise. You can come here and argue, but don't come and say Yoruba nation fake. Kí ló mean by Yoruba nation? Ṣé Nigeria is fake country ni? I don't understand how these people get to all this place. Ṣé Nigeria is a country? Muki Mr. Ayolamilekan. You see now that people are getting angry. God will punish that guy for calling himself a Yoruba name. Àwọn ọmọ kò wọ́n ṣe Yoruba. It's very easy. I can set up a name and become an Igbo person. Ìyẹn ló easy jù. And you sit there, you're typing nonsense. You know, but it doesn't matter. Tó bá yá àtọmọ ọkọ àtọmọ àlè àmọ́ra wa láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. Ó dà ń pa àwọn fi sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Okay, bro. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé Akẹ́ Odò àwọlé. Mò ń bọ̀ brother mi Akéde rather. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ okay brother ìdí pè padà. A ní problem pẹ̀lú network lẹ́ẹ̀kan ni. Ó yá bá gbóhùn sókè sà. The same problem. Still same problem. Enisuru Akede. All right, brother me, I'm going to let you go for now. We might bring you in later because we're having trouble with your network. Networking is not okay. Bishop ti fẹ́ wọlé ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́n Bishop Akede mò ń bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Bishop fún wa ní some kind of intro and what is happening on the ground. Akede máa gbé wọlé láìpẹ́. Biafran on the platform, good afternoon. And shout out to many people. Again, we're talking about the American independence. We're talking about the UK election. I don't know which side Bishop wants to start from. And we're also talking about the Nigeria concluded election last year. So 3-1 on the 4th of July 2024. At 1:30, same time, local time in Nigeria, local time in UK. Bishop, you have the all clear now to go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Koiki.
You're welcome, sir. Sir.
Yeah. Nigeria is a pollutant among conglomerate of nations, because among nations, when you talk about country, because Nigeria still stand with that entity right to be called a country, the United Nations Organization or Organization of Countries will still be giving that nationhood regard. But nevertheless, the secret of Nigeria has been exposed to the world, and nations of the world have bereaved them of that regard. But it's just that name and that disintegration that will remain. Because if not, common African country like is it Angola or what can disrespect Nigerian passport. I got the report how in Angola a Nigerian diplomat, someone who is I think former ambassador or like that, was deported. Only who is an diplomat in Nigeria is an about one day down to Padakuro Bibai, Okuro of Nigeria, is a country. A Kuroni called later. I don't even know if Nigeria still have embassy there. And that also happened like a year ago, last year in Indonesia, when Indonesian police was raiding and they saw one former ambassador of Nigeria. He was ambassador to Indonesia. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá Indonesia mú. Ó sọ fún ọ pé ambassador Indonesia Nigeria lòun sí Indonesia. In fact, ìyẹn gan ló mú àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó fún lọ́rùn wípé ambassador kò ní dá fún Nigeria kílẹ̀ wá wá bí. And a short video like that back in it was broadcast in the news. I don't know why all these people in the political space imposing Nigeria on everybody. They know that Nigeria is finished. They know that Nigeria is finished. And where they are sitting is like a time bomb. By the time it will boom right,
bear with us, it's going to come back. Network. While we're waiting again, that is one of the biggest threats to communication between Nigeria and the rest of the world. How do you run a 24 hours business with this kind of situation where many of our people's lives have been held because of, you see, it dropped. So that means that network was struggling. Akede, keep Bishop to wọlé padà. Ẹ bá wa sáré sọ̀rọ̀ so that no Bishop will call back in. But sáré bá wa gbóhùn síta láti orí Twitter space. We are live on the MixLR. We are live on many platforms. Go ahead straight away. Let's hear from you, sir. Okay. See if I can pair this speaker together with this. Okay. Let me connect this. Okay. But ti fẹ́ rí. Okay. Mumba, Kede, let Bishop.
Interference from the
That's fine. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Now, so I don't know why the political side are imposing this slavery seat on everybody. But it's not their fault. It's the fault of the people, and we don't know how long will the people catch up being enlightened. Look at what's happening in the Kenya, for example. It doesn't matter how many the police were trying to harm or beat, they press on to the National Assembly. The president have to change the plan. All those people, they don't have boils. They ran away. How many are they? Now, we are not instigating people to crime or we are instigating. No. These these people don't know what they are doing when they are in the seat of authority. That comfort blocks their brain. They forget where they are coming from. They will forget because there is like a child that is sent to school. His experience at home is different from when he's now in school. He's meeting with new caliber of set. His attitude is bound to change if not properly monitored. So the people just elect people into office. They don't monitor them. The gap between the people and the electoral public servant is too far. You don't even see who is your local government chairman. You don't see him face to face. So how do you want such a person to perform? He's on his own. You see him again when he need you for election. And what?
What a very disastrous country called Nigeria after 63 years. Not even a smooth communication between the two countries. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I didn't give up. We will not give up. We will not give up. And give up. We won't give up. We will continue the fight and the push. Moki, we are still about 20-something minutes away from the transmission. As we all know, that is a Thursday. There's a lot happening. So let me quickly come back to the British election, where we are right now with the election that is going on today. We will let Bishop be because it seems that we're struggling with his network coming from that end today. So let us just let that be. So Edekalowo, where we are, what is happening with the update of the election as it's happening right now. What do we know and what can we tell you regarding the election taking place in the UK today? The Scottish National Party leader Yusuf quit, triggering a search for a successor and also a new first minister. This was some months back. But the election 2024, as it is being reported across the polling station today in the UK, as we all are aware that there's an election going on in the UK. If you're not aware now, you are aware that there's an election taking place today, and many citizens will be making that decision to who should represent them as member of parliament. You can also ask questions, because it's only in Nigeria that you dare not ask your senator any problem within your constituency after you've elected them. Muki Jamo 419, Muki Yawatawa Kalitu Adeniyi. So where are we right now? What is an exit poll? So we will talk about so many things right now. So first and foremost, who is the Conservative Party leader? We know is Rishi Sunak. That man that looks like an Asian is 44 years old. 44 years old. You can imagine a 44 years old that that is leading UK. You, as a 44 years old, you are still there struggling. He's well read. He had his education in Winchester College. He also attended Oxford University. He went to Stanford University. He's a family married to a businesswoman, Ashta Moti. They have 2 daughters. He started as a parliamentary constituency in Richmond in Yorkshire. Who is he? Conservative Prime Minister right now, Rishi Sunak, is the UK first British Indian Prime Minister. Is the youngest occupant of number 10 in the modern times. Koiki, because you are not expecting people like us. That's why I supported now. Because push it to my wasi mushe pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá tó tẹ̀lé wa àwọn bàbá Professor Adébánjí Ìgbòho Ọ̀túnba Adémọ́lá Imam àti gbogbo àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ Ìyá Jagun and many people 44 years old ẹni tó ń lead wa níbí báyìí ex-teacher jailed for sex with a school boy headline because rí i pé irú àwa náà a lè gbìyànjú náà pé kí Yorùbá nation kó wá sí ìmúṣẹ wọ́n ní in the history of ìlú yìí Rishi Sunak ni the youngest òmùgọ̀ ṣé Jerry Koiki ló máa pariwo Yorùbá nation tá a máa gbọ́ sí lẹ́nu ó jẹ́ tòsí wa lẹ́yìn kájọ ṣe because you are expecting àwọn Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá àwọn Dangote àbí bí a Dangote lẹ́dẹ̀ ń dúró dè you are waiting for who are you waiting for mo béèrè ni o who are you waiting for to come and promote Yorùbá nation 44 years old ni prime minister wa jẹ́ fojú ẹ̀wọ̀n òun lélẹ̀ òun ni mo cross níbẹ̀ tí àwọ̀ òdìbò fún òun lélẹ̀ Rishi Sunak 44 years old how old are you kò lè sọ how old ni ẹ sọ age how old are you a 44 years old and is also in the modern times ní ilé ayé tá à ń gbé nísìnyí tó ń ṣe ti tẹ́lẹ̀ o Rishi Sunak a British Indian Prime Minister is the youngest ó ṣe lè jẹ́ Koiki yẹn ló wá pariwo Yorùbá nation òun dúró de àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re àwọn bàbá tó ti wọ́n out kọ́nà túbọ̀ lẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́ mi gbogbo wọ́n ti wọ́n out bí bọ́tì ṣòkòtò ó ti rẹ̀ wọ́n àwọn náà ti pariwo Nàìjíríà ọ̀dà wọn lóhùn but this time tẹ́ kí gbogbo ká la Nàìjíríà mọ́lẹ̀ ká fọ́kòkò ọbẹ̀ British ká fọ́kòkò ọbẹ̀ àwọn politician wá sí ìwà ní Yorùbá nation wọn lẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ fake nation wọn lẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ online nation wo ìgbàlódé social media kọ́ la wà ṣé nígbà tó ń ṣe independent Nàìjíríà ṣé social media wà kò sí social media náà sọta lẹ́yìn dúró dé bàbá 50 years old ó fẹ́ support Yorùbá nation ọmọ inú ẹ̀dọ̀ ló ń control nílùú tó wà ní UK ní bíbá 44 years old Rishi Sunak òun ló ń darí gbogbo wa tèmi àti èmi náà jù lọ òun ló ń darí wa ní UK bọ́ a máa tẹ̀ka fún kó jáde ẹ̀ta máa tẹ̀ka fún kó wọlé lélẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi o tó bá wọn ẹni kò tẹ̀ka sí 44 years old 44 how old are you fi age sórí comment section kí n rí síta 44 kò tí mọ yàtọ̀ A àti B ẹni tó jẹ́ 44 obìnrin kò mọ yàtọ̀ A àti B because expect pé irú àwa la máa dìde rò pé àwọn bàbá kan tó máa ti dàgbà tó máa ti nírùngbọ̀n téyín wọn máa ti tán àwọn èèyàn ò ní dìde ẹ̀ńdúródè Ọ̀ṣọ́bà àbí ẹ̀ńdúródè Gbẹ́ngà Dání àwọn criminals talẹ̀ ẹ̀ńdúródè ẹ̀yẹ sọ fún mi tell me ẹ̀yin sí mi létí talẹ̀ ẹ̀ńdúródè kó sọ fún yín pé ọ̀nà ẹ̀ńdúródè bàbá Adébóyè ó ń bọ̀ bàbá Adébóyè ń bọ̀ wá sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà máa pín ó ń bọ̀ mo mọ éèjì wọn àwọn yẹn lẹ́ńdúródè ẹ̀ńdúródè ìyá àdúrà ìyá mi dáadáa kọ́ wá sọ àwọn ò ní sọ ẹ̀ńdúródè kò kún foundation ẹ̀ńdúródè Oríyọmí Hamzat kó sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation ló yẹn ọ̀nà àbáyọ wọn ò ní sọ anybody tó bá ti wà above 50 tó sì sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ ẹ sá fúnra àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yàn 44 years old ẹni tó ń control UK lẹ́ni bí alọ́la a lè lè kúrò but for now lẹ́ni òun ṣe ní number 1 títí di another 48 hours tó bá máa fi dọ́là àmọ́ bóyá òun ló win bí òun kọ́ ló win so why then are we like ẹni tí kòkòrò ń jẹun lórí ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1960 ẹ̀sìn sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa da ẹ̀yin tó bí before 1960 kí ìyá 1950 sì máa sọ pé Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run wo ẹ̀yẹ máa tanra yín ẹ̀tẹ̀ abuse Ọlọ́run yẹn tó pọ̀ jù àti wá criminalize Ọlọ́run Ọlọ́run máa ṣe Ọlọ́run ò ṣe kankan ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa you are all liars ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1940 ẹ̀ ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá ẹ̀ ṣe ń pariwo Nàìjíríà ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1940 bàbá Kítóyè mọ 1935 lọ́mọ àbí bàbá yẹn wá ní ẹ̀yin ọmọ mi at 89 ẹ má kí n tàn yín ọ̀nà àbáyọ kankan sí nínú Nàìjíríà ṣòrí ìwọ tó bí ní 2000 ṣòrí eléyìí gòrò ìwọ tó bí ní 2000 ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ UK ẹni tó dẹ̀ máa stop ẹ pé kò bá wọ UK 44 years old sori pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó wà interesting. Election là ń bá lọ lẹ́nu nísìn ẹni tó jẹ́ 44 years old òun ló máa decide bóyá ó fẹ́ wọ UK àbọ̀ ní wọ UK. But èmi tẹ́mi sọ pé at then 44 lèmi náà káàkiri ọjọ́ mu pé èjì kan náà ni wá mo ní ọ̀nà àbáyọ ní Yorùbá nation onínú shut up but ó fẹ́ wá kàwé ní UK nísìn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ó apply for visa student visa ẹ̀ ọlọ́run àjẹkọ́ fún ẹ̀. You can see that we are hypocrite people because rí pé ètò ìbínú lẹ́mọ̀ tí sọ̀rọ̀ gbà tí mo sí ní studio tàwọn glamour studio bíi BBC ó sì ń dúró de BBC àti Sky News kó wá ròyìn Yorùbá nation fún ẹ kí ni kan ayé wọn pẹ̀lú ayé tiẹ̀ kí ni kan ayé tiwọn pẹ̀lú ayé tiẹ̀. Why are you telling lies to yourselves at 44 years old? Rishi Sunak wo gbogbo wo ko criteria is a conservative prime minister. Rishi Sunak the UK first nkọ́kọ́ ló máa jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ happy independent fẹ́yìn tẹ́wà lamẹ́ríkà. The UK first British in kò tẹ̀sí wá ń ṣe òyìnbó kò ń ṣe òyìnbó pẹ́pẹ́ lúkúlúkú pẹ́pẹ́ òǹdó kí ìmáàmù ọ̀fà sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà máa pín àwọn bàbá yẹn ò ní sọ. Mind box game. Thank you so much. Why are we telling lies? How can Simon Ekpa be the government in exile prime minister? Wait, Simon Ekpa àti Rishi Sunak age mates ni wọ́n. They are same age mates. Torí kó make sense. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo age Simon Ekpa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo age Simon. Yeah, Simon Ekpa. Simon. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wá age Simon Ekpa jáde. Ekpa òun náà popular Finnish politician lòun náà finished. Simon Ekpa was born on the 21st of March 1985. Happy independence from North Carolina. Happy independence to those in America. I love you. Abi, how can Simon Ekpa be doing all what he's doing? Nigerian government must kidnap him. Ti sọ pé kí Nigerian government kidnap Rishi Sunak. We are hypocrite people. Hypocrisy ló máa pa wá. So to you now, Simon Ekpa doesn't have the right, but Rishi Sunak has the right to dictate that Nigeria must exist. You can see that. Yes, Simon Ekpa is 39 years old. So what are you talking about? But because rí pé àwa la lè push ẹ̀ ń dúró de talẹ̀ who are you waiting for? Talẹ̀ ń dúró de mo bí yín ni o talẹ̀ ń dúró de ń dúró de mọ́mí ẹ̀ ó ti sọ fún mọ́mí ẹ̀ pé Nàìjíríà máa da ó ti parọ́ fún mọ́mí ẹ̀ so definitely mọ́mí sí ẹ̀ wọ́n ti wà ní dementia stage wọ́n lè ní understanding kankan mọ́ so ìwọ ló máa ṣàlàyé fún mọ́mí sí ẹ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yóò lè dá mọ́ ọ àdúrà ni ká gbà kílẹ̀ Yorùbá tètè dúró o ká tètè rí tiwa ṣe nú ẹ o 39 years old Simon Ekpa. But to us now, Simon Ekpa is like a troublesome person for Nigeria. But this one is not troublesome for us, Abi. I'm asking me. Ìwọ tó jẹ́ 44 years old. Yesterday, I told you about Bayo Dosunmu, 46 years old, earning 189,000 pounds. Pounds sterling. Pounds! Almost 300 and something million naira. On a yearly basis, 46 years old, chief executive of Lambeth Council. Èló ni Lambeth gan pa wọlé. Èló ni Lambeth pa wọlé. So kini, our mom is still praying for the nation of Nigeria. I have been praying since when I was 3 years old. Ìdánwò níbẹ̀. Don't let anybody fool you. You don't have to believe us, but you can believe Rishi Sunak, 44 years old. Abi, you can believe him now. Or you can believe Joe Biden. How old is Joe Biden? So you will believe Joe Biden against Baba Akintoye. Ew. Sheyi Votron, I am tired and fed up of this so-called our people. So you will now believe Joe Biden against Baba Akintoye. So you think Joe Biden have our interest against what Baba Akintoye is telling us? Èwo ló ní wait ju méjèèjì. Oh, Joe Biden, hey, America, hey. Sorry. You can see that, oh, deep go. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó deep ni. Because when you start looking at the number, Koiki, so boy, you take 50, kò tí pé 50, kò tí pé 50, kò tí pé 50. Ó ní owó bí ṣẹpẹrẹ. Ìyàwó ẹ̀, bàbá ìyàwó ẹ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ní stake nínú company ní bàbá ẹ̀ 1%, that's about $100 million. Wọ́n ní owó bí ṣẹpẹrẹ. Àwọn tó ń darí ayé wa lélẹ̀. Àwọn wá ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé full stop lé British Empire àwọn tó kù ní Nàìjíríà. Simon Ekpa wá ń jà lọ́tún, wọn ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún Nigerian government ni, ó ń ṣe this ni, ó ń ṣe that ni. Koiki ẹ máa ká involve ara wa pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa. Ká lọ máa bá Rishi Sunak sọ̀rọ̀ àbí. Mo ń bèrè ni ṣé Rishi Sunak máa dá yín lóhùn? Àwa tẹ̀ máa tẹ̀ka fún kò ní wọlé ní ilé tó ń bọ̀ yìí. So he is the first UK British Indian Prime Minister. He is also the youngest occupant of number 10 in the modern times, living there with his wife and 2 daughters. Pẹ̀lẹ́, 44 years old. Kò tí bímọ. Pẹ̀lẹ́, má bínú. 44 ó ti bímọ. Wọ́n lọ school àbí? Wọ́n lọ sí school, má pàrọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà nílé, wọ́n lọ sí school. They are not going to, your children are not going to school. You are telling them, go and start learning trade. It's because you can't afford the school fees anymore. So you force your children to go and be learning trade. Let's I don't want to talk about it, which is sooner. Let's go and talk about Kistama. Who is Kistama? Is the labor leader, Sir Kistama. Ibi táwọn máa tẹ̀sí ni ojú ẹ̀ tẹ̀sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ibi táwọn máa lọ tẹ̀sí ni I'm going to vote anytime soon. So who is he? Let's go and look at it. He's 61 years old. We have 61 years old Yoruba man still waiting for him as well to come and tell you need Yoruba country. Their interest first come to the British citizen. Okay, all right, you get me. These two, their interest, whatever their interest is not our own interest though. Whether this comes back or this one comes in, their interest is first to the people of Bidakologba medical in Germany. They're not born and where to travel out of this country and go and take medical in France, which is just under an hour. But Tinubu will leave Nigeria and will go and take treatment. We didn't see Buhari anymore. Buhari is so fit now that he doesn't need any medical treatment anymore. Olori Buruku, dead or alive. With the imposter where they give una where they say Buhari. Since Buhari, left that office, he has not traveled to UK for medical anymore. Do you understand? Even as much as Muma Tekafu Labour don't think that they have the interest for Yoruba people to have their own nation. No. We must squeeze whatever we need to squeeze out to force them to accept what we want. But you don't want that. Kalama Soyinbo Pere. Yoruba nation now in front of number 10. Yoruba nation now, no going back, no going back. Biafra flag, Yoruba nation flag, no going back. You think they care about whether you say no go? If you like, no go back. You better do one way. The first thing they'll be wondering is, you are living here. Why are you worried about the people on the other side? No going back. People have been protesting in this country since Baba Awolowo years. There's some big picture that we see how people were protesting in front of the embassy back in the days, especially during the Biafra war. So protest is a normal thing, but it is not going to push anything from here, okay? Where the real deal is inside the country that you are talking about. If we like, we go out every day. Yoruba nation is good. I'm not saying it's not good. It just creates a bit of awareness. But the real cocoa is inside Nigeria, in Yoruba land, in Biafra land. The Fulani are killing you. Go out and protest. They will kill you. Maybe it will become crisis, anarchy, shut down the whole country. And nobody enjoys the country anymore. And that is exactly what is about to happen. And that is why we are preparing your mind. So that don't say, we didn't know. So Kistama is 61 years old. Education. Regret Grammar School. You can see the difference between him and Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak na posh child. Omolowo, private. Like all those your Olowo children in Nigeria. Send them to private. He went to University of Leeds. He also attended University of Oxford. family, married to NHS occupational therapist Victoria Alexander, one son, one daughter. Parliamentary constituency, Auburn and St. Pancras. I know Auburn. When I came to this country, I worked at my first job was around that area. Auburn. Have you heard about Tenorant mathematics? No, sir. And I don't even know what that is, but I could check it out right now. So who is he? The Labour leader frequently describes himself as being from a working class background and often references the pedo-semi in the Oxtel, Surrey, where he grew up. His dad was a toolmaker. His mom worked as a nurse. His mother suffered from Still disease, a rare autonomy condition which eventually left her unable to speak or walk. He went to Regret Grammar School, which he became a private school 2 years after he joined. His fees were paid by the local council until he was 16 years old. How many of you they are paying your school fees? Local government in Nigeria, are they paying your school fees? Which of the local government is paying school fees in Nigeria today? Bastard country that doesn't have respect for human being. Animal kingdom. Going to stop calling Nigerian zoo. Is it because you're in UK? You are Mayugun. You are disturbing the peace of Nigeria. They tell you say Nigeria get peace. Nigeria has never had peace. Thank you so much, Mindbox Games. No, Koiki for where? Even if they give them the school fees to pay for you, they will spend the money. Criminal countries, corruption everywhere, and we are here asking for our rights. So, what is happening in the election? Let's see what more we can tell you. Who are the Green Party? There's Green Party. Niger Farage. Niger Farage call. SNP leader. That one is pushing for the Scottish independence. Okay. The SNP leader, John Sweeney, 60 years old, education, Forest High School and also University of Edinburgh. Family, married to a BBC Scotland journalist, Elizabeth Kugley. The couple have one son, Mr. Sweeney, also has a son and daughter from a previous marriage. Parliamentary constituency, member of Scottish Parliament for the Petrish North in the Scottish Parliament. Who is he? He's the Scottish First Minister and the SNP leader that is also saying that their own forward manifesto is to say to the English or the Westminster rather that we the Scottish people wants to be free from the Union. Imagine Scottish people want to be free, but Yoruba people doesn't want to be free. They love their tyranny and oppressor that are sucking you dry and raping you every day, stripping you all naked. And when you're left, you love those kind of people. This program will come to an end because we are literally just about 3 hours, and I'm not going to push over that because I got to go and prepare and vote. So as I leave you, the one I'll just say is that if you're waiting for INEC to give you a better election in 2027, or you're lower, Mr. Lawale Oladejo, Yorùbá yẹn pọ̀ díẹ̀. Òtítọ́ korò fún ọmọ Yorùbá kàkà kí a lo ọpọlọ tí Ọlọ́run fún wa láti gba òmìnira orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ọ̀tẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa lọ́rùn, kò tẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa lọ́rùn láti máa tanra wa wọn pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. Àwọn èèyàn tanra wọn ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹlòmíràn kúrò Nàìjíríà á máa sọ òyìnbó ọ̀pẹ rẹ̀ English Queen English. Nigeria will be a better place. You know what? Weary. I live here for 24 years. Nigeria will never be a better place. Stop deceiving yourself. Okay? And those I told you, àwọn tó bá gbé abroad pẹ̀lú wa tó bá ní Nigeria will be a better place. Tell them to relocate with their family back to Nigeria. They will tell you they are still thinking about it. Moki Kenzie Abiola Fakponda. Moki gbogbo ilẹ̀ nǹkan sí. As I'm about to end the program, remember that Yoruba Nation is still a movement. Yes, it hasn't happened yet as a country, but we pray and we're working towards to make sure it happens. And there's so many ways it will happen, but the first thing is to educate many of you that are still no problem. Àwọn tó ti gbọ́ àdúpẹ́ fún yín. Ṣé àwọn tó ti gbọ́ yẹn a máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí wọn lórí because kòkòrò rìn lórí wọn, kòkòrò ó wà lórí yín. We will remove it so that you can understand that you need to be free and get your freedom. Please, can you help me? I want to come to abroad, sir. I don't know how to get to abroad. I'm so sorry, sir. I am not a visa agent, so I don't know how to come to abroad. Abroad 24 years ago. So on that note, thank you so much. If you're new to the platform, follow, subscribe. You will enjoy as much of many of our videos that we put out on a daily basis. Thank you so much, Mindbox. Koiki, I know some people living in Nigeria and their kids can't speak Yoruba at all. Well, that is part of the danger that they've done to us. We all want to speak in English. It is all affecting every one of us, including some of my children. None of them can speak good Yoruba, but we are trying. But the most important thing is when we have a Yoruba country, nobody would dare tell you that Yoruba is a vernacular. Not any school, not university. We will be teaching our children in Yoruba, in mathematics, in physics, biology, in everything. English will be our second language. Yoruba will be our first main language. You don't love that, Abi? Continue to love your oppressor. Thank you so much, everyone. And on that note, shout out to you all, our Biafrans, the Ambazonia, the Scottish, the Wales. Adekunle plenty. You know, the Koikimedia. Love you all so much. Like I said, don't let anybody say, one thing in you is your politicians that are pushing you. They are bomb bastard, they are criminals. And on that note, Sheyi Votron, thank you so much. Silent listeners, we love you. Akin Games, thank you so much. And Agumala Biodun, as many of you, the Mixella is also coming off in the next 1 minute. So I might as well just read the anthem and close the broadcast altogether. Triple DRS. And love vote. If you want to vote for those that are saying they have Yoruba political party, you can do so. That is entirely up to you. What is this? What is Yoruba? Yoruba are people from the southwest part of Nigeria that the British merged together in 1914, fraudulent amalgamation. They want to have their own free independent country away from what is called Nigeria. We are 35 million people. We are not encroaching any land. We can be a country of our own. We've always been for the country until the slave trade for thousands of years, until the 1914 amalgamation. So if you need to know more about the Yoruba people, visit my website www.koikimedia.com, or you could type in Yoruba on Google and you will find out so much. And that is for you, Benny on Inge. There is a language, and we are not one in Nigeria. You must have heard about Nigeria before. It was the first union, and we're going to break that union anytime soon. And on that note, thank you so much. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kagbéga, kagbéga, kagbéga faleri. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtìbẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yoruba nation, no going back. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now. Au revoir. Mokia plenty. Ọlọ́run bá dúrà wá. Have a great day. Bye for now. Mokia Gwenta Lori Facebook Koikimedia Oduduwa. Thank you for the time spent with us. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now. And our mixed Twitter space. Shout out to you all. Mabino Akede. We'll catch up again. Appreciation to Biafrans that joined, and the rest of you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for going there. Koikimedia Oduduwa.